I quit my high-paying job in the tech industry and moved to Montana to pursue my dream of starting my own whiskey distillery. Just around $25,000 to my name and a few pieces of equipment I brought with me. We're starting from scratch. Will our whiskey distillery be successful? We'll find out. This is Whiskey RP.
Hello, spring is here, and today we're looking at this field, and I wanted to take a look at it. It looks like they planted sugarcane here, and apparently Richard is looking to sell this land. So I'm going to get on the phone with the realtor and see if we can make a deal for that. It'd be really nice to have a field that's already prepped for us for our sugar intake for the year. Then we could do a few other things with our two fields that we haven't planted yet. Let's get on the phone. So we've gone ahead and got this purchased, and there's some work that needs to be done on it. Still some fertilization and some weed growth that we need to take care of, and I think we'll take care of that with the weeder today. Let's go ahead and get some equipment prepped. All right, we got the Case Magnum warming up. We got to, it's a little warm or cool this morning. So we're gonna get that warmed up. Let's head on over here. I think we want to get the New Holland set up on the weeder potentially and take care of all of those weeds. Get the plow removed from that. We'll get the New Holland all prepared. I want to take a look at the weeder and make sure it's in good shape still. Yeah, taking a look here. It looks pretty good. I think we'll be all right with that. So let's see. Do things in the right order. The case has been warming up. Let's get it attached to the planter. Got one more bag of seed over here we can go through before we have to buy more. And let's go ahead and just top off the hoppers here. All right, we got it all prepared. We're gonna put cotton down. We're definitely gonna have to lease some harvesting equipment this year for sugar canes and cotton as well. But money might be looking pretty good by then to where we don't have to lease. So we'll get this all set up and opened up and take a look at it, see how it's doing. Very fancy piece of equipment here. Things looking good. Just checking on all of it here. Let's hop on over to the other side. Looking pretty good. We'll get it lowered down just to make sure. Yeah, those levels look just about right. We'll have to take a sample after we get started too. But let's let that keep warming up. Let's go back to the New Holland. Do the same thing with the weeder here. Get it all opened up and make sure. Oh, this beast is huge. That is right. Looks like that will definitely take care of the weeds for us. We'll have one of our employees take that for us, and it still says it needs. No, it doesn't. It clears up. Nice. So the weeds will be taken care of. Enjoy, and we'll take care of planting. Head on back over to the case and get rolling. This turned on here. Let's see how it goes. I believe we're planting. Let's take a look here. Yeah, you can see the rows just barely going in there. So I think we're all calibrated up right. Yeah, digging into the ground just the right amount there. We can get the measuring stick out, but I think we're good. And we're taking care of the fields first before the new grass field that we need for some of our other plans. The grass field was going to be just extra income. So we'll definitely make sure we get that done when we have a chance. But I wanted to get cotton into the ground this month, get the new sugar cane field all treated, and we'll see if we can do some fertilization on that now. We might have to wait till April for that, but let's get this field all planted, and then we could get the weeder over here next, or we could spray. We'll figure that out. And just getting the end rows done up here to make it easier to turn around once we're doing the ups and downs. Sneak over just right there. It'll be real fun seeing cotton growing on our farm, and definitely will help out the new clothing business. And again, the sugar canes will help with everything whiskey, with the yeast factory turning it into yeast, and then also selling the sugar for extra profit. We'll see if sugar cane's better than sugar beets when it comes to the return. Be interesting to find out. We've done 2 end rows here on the east side of the field. That should really help with turning around and avoiding hitting the sawmill when that time comes. And we'll do the same down on the west side of the field after we finish this pass and head back on down there. And we're doing the west end row as well here. So really set us up for some nice up and downs, nice easy way to turn around without damaging any other crops or getting into any other fields. Just gives us a nice runway for this large planter to turn around. Now that we got all the end rows done, we're doing the east and west passes here. Would be the way we're gonna finish, just up and down about, maybe 20 times. And it'll be done. Hopefully we have enough seed. We'll have to check that in a little bit to see how it's doing. I think we're gonna run out and have to purchase some more, though. We'll see how that goes. Well, we just ran out of seed, and we do have Billy. We sent Billy, one of our workers, down to get some seed. So hopefully they're gonna get there fine and get back here. All right, there's Bobby. He's making his way back now. Let's go check on the New Holland and see how they're doing with the weeding. All finished, looking great. New field's looking awesome. We'll have to check the soil here in a little bit and see if we need to lime it next time. It's too late for that. We don't want to put lime down after we've already planted. So let's go ahead and get this home and potentially start. Yeah, we'll start it on the cotton field here. Should be getting there about the same time Bobby does, it looks like. You know, it'll be interesting to see what the yield is like on these crops. This is the first time we're doing the fertilization in the winter like we did to help us prep. And we're going to go ahead and have Bobby take this over. Good luck, Bobby. We got a good amount of bags of seed here. They're gonna last us quite a while. All right, that should be good. We don't want to get too many cotton seeds in here. Go ahead and get it back unfolded, and we can pick up where we left off. And we should be, yeah, in plenty of time ahead of Bobby over there. But one of the things he was telling me about was there's this large John Deere for sale. It's about 60% off. So after I finish this up, we're going to potentially go take a look at that. He's telling me he doesn't think it's a deal that I could pass up. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that just in a few. I just want to get this done so we know we're done for the day in case I'm distracted by, you know, a new purchase and have time spent at the dealership working on the logistics of that. All right, all done. Let's get this folded up, and we're going to clean it up. We're going to prepare it for planting corn next month. It's not time yet to get corn in the ground, so we are going to put that in the field that was sugar beets last year. So we'll get this home, and then it's time to head over to that dealership and see about this amazing tractor that he was telling me about. All right, let's get this all cleaned up here, making sure we're taking care of our equipment so it lasts us a long time. It's expensive implements. We don't want them to get damaged and ruined and rusted and aged. Looking good. Let's spray the tractor down too while we're here. Get it nice and shiny again. Beautiful. I'm sure this John Deere 4020 would not mind a newer model sibling tractor around. Let's get the truck, get the seed put away, and we'll head on over to the dealership. All right, let's go chat with them and see what they have. We should have washed the truck while we're at it. Yeah, let's have a good conversation here. So this John Deere 8 RT series has 458 horsepower. We had them do a couple tweaks to it to make it better for the United States here and add a GPS, and it's going to cost us $153,000. I mean, this is a very expensive piece of equipment, and I cannot pass that. All right, so they got it pulled out. We'll get the truck later. I'm definitely going to drive this home. We're going to get it right into the shop and do a little bit of maintenance on it. Not sure exactly what we'll use this for yet, but be nice for planting the corn. We can give it a shot with that, and we can get some bigger equipment too. Be able to cultivate a lot faster. This thing is large. Plenty of room in the cab. We can have a passenger with us in here. Very, very nice. Couldn't pass up on a deal on that. Let's look up how much this is brand new. So the one with similar specs that we had would have cost us $408,000. So I definitely think this was a wise decision. We got, almost 70% off on this thing, and it's got, 24 hours on it, which isn't too bad, not too beat up, but hopefully they maintained it well. We'll do an oil change on it, grease it on up, make sure everything's looking good before we use it on any jobs here. But yeah, we'll get it to the workshop, and I'll, do a look over it, figure out what kind of parts we got to order to get it completely ready to be used on the farm. All right, we'll leave it there. This is very exciting. Love getting new equipment. Gonna head on over to the cotton field and put some more fertilizer down. We should be able to work with the weeder there and not run into them. They should be yeah, Bobby's making great time over there. It's already about halfway done. Perfect. Let's get this opened up. Hoping with the way we did our prep this year that this just goes on nice, and we just have to worry about, waiting for it to grow at this point. We've taken care of the weeds, we've planted it, taken care of fertilizer. Should be all set. Switched over to this side so we don't run into each other, and hopefully they see. Bobby sees us back here when he turns around. We might have a little issue here. I might have to pull back and let him pass. Yeah, let's do that so we don't interrupt too much. We'll get out of the way. let Bobby pass and we can pick up where we were. Almost planned that right. Not too bad. And we should be clear. Get locked in here and we'll back on up. Yeah, this is such a good purchase. Now just finishing the row that we skipped to avoid Bobby, and we should be all done with the cotton field being prepped, especially once the weeding's done. It'd be fun to just come check this out every once in a while and see how the cotton's growing. Our first time with a new crop. All right, let's get the weeder all cleaned up too. You know, the case we did buy brand new, but we were a little timid after, you know, the arrest for stealing or buying a stolen vehicle or tractor. And that, you know, that's why we did it officially from the dealership this time. We're staying away, even if we see titles. We're staying away from private party sales. Let's get the weeder put away. It's nice and clean now. And we're gonna get the spreader and prepare the new grass field with some lime and hopefully get it planted today as well. Yeah, we'll get this all prepped for planting and talk to you in a few. Well, we got a couple bags delivered here. Should be enough once both of these are in. Probably a little more than enough. And we'll go ahead and get this all finished liming. All right, that should be more than enough grass seed. So this will be interesting to see if this is too big of a planter for this area. We don't have the little one anymore, so this will have to do. Lower it up. Let's go ahead, turn it on. And grass should be going in here real nice. And we're getting as close as we can to the vines and feel comfortable with it. We're not gonna be able to really get the mower that close though. So right here will probably be as close as we want to get. And we'll just finish this pass. And I think that's gonna be all we're gonna have time to do in March. We'll finish the spring planting here in April. But what a productive day. All set here. Let's get this put away. We'll get it cleaned up and then we'll have a nice dinner and relax for the rest of the night. Like I said, very productive March. Another day. It's April. Let's check on our fields that we took care of. Grass is coming in nice. Could use a little more fertilizer. Cotton's looking good. Starting to germinate here. Very nice. Fertilizer's good. No weeds. Looking nice. You know, cotton's a new crop to us, and so is the sugar cane, which apparently I called bamboo a few episodes ago. Looking good. We do need a little bit more fertilizer on it, but I don't see any weeds, and they're so young and flexible at this point that I think the skinny tires on the fertilizer sprayer, excuse me, will be able to handle that. Barley, you know, a couple months from now, gosh, it'll probably be 2 months from now where this is going to be ready in June. Both fields, excited about that, be able to turn on the whiskey distillery. We did have our final walkthrough. Everything's good. We are officially approved and legal. So once we get the goods, we'll be rolling. But today we're gonna plant some corn. The parts came in for the John Deere that we purchased, so we're gonna get the maintenance done on that this morning, and we're gonna use it to plant because why not? There it is, and I just paid the bill for that. It was $6,000, but it should be running good, just like it's new at this point. Did the work on it earlier this morning. Let's go get the planter. Let's get the corn in the ground, and then we'll weed that, fertilize it, do a couple coats of fertilizer on the other things that need it, and then we'll take care of the productions. We do have a lot of sugar to move around, some maple syrup as well, and probably some cloves at this point. And also early in the morning, I did get corn all prepped in the seeder here. I'm calling it a seeder, it's a planter. Let's head on over to that field. And this should be extremely fast with this planter. Take care of a few end rows here. We definitely do not want to accidentally plant over our cotton in the field next to us. There we go. Corn going in the ground real nice here. Kind of a unique shape. So taking care of this first end row will definitely help with the back and forths. Lift it up here. Oh, jackknifed a little bit. So turning with this new tractor seems super easy, so we'll see how we adjust to using it. But let's do another end row here. And with the way that turns, we might be able to just turn and head west to get down to the other end of the field and do the same without completely turning around. Let's give that a shot here. About right here. And we could have done a little bit better. Oh yeah, nice, a little bit better on the turn there, but we'll stay right where we're at so we know where to overlap. The texture change isn't completely obvious. Kind of is when you look backwards, but not from this back view here. So we'll go ahead and lift and loop back around. Oh yeah, definitely Definitely a nice tractor for this. Let's get far enough over to the right here. Very, very nice. All right, now just the up and downs, and we will be all done here. All right, the corn is in the ground, so next is to really take care of fertilizer on the grass field and this field, but we also want a weeder. Get the weeder out here. And I think that would be a pretty good job for the case. We drive through our grass field here. We'll get this put away. And we shouldn't have to use this anytime soon, so let's get it cleaned up one more time for getting put away for the whole rest of the year here. Well, at least till fall planting season. Yeah, just a little spray down. Just really trying to take care of our equipment. We want it to last a long time, as I mentioned last episode. And coming out here with the weeder on the case. This should be super fast. Get this done. We'll get fertilizing. And I'm getting a little greedy here. I'm looking at this field to our left, and I'm wondering, should we just finish this entire, section here and own all of it? And it's kind of what I'm leaning towards, and I'm going to get a hold of a realtor and see if they know what the cost is for that and if we have enough money, because I really want to plant soybeans. We got corn, cotton, and we also have the sugar cane, and they're all, crops we've never done. So that'll be fun this fall. But right now, I'm also thinking our cash crop isn't around. I'd like to get soybeans, so we'd probably cultivate over that if we bought it and then try to instantly turn that over to have soybeans in it. It's going to be a busy harvest season. Well, just got off the phone with the realtor. The deal is done. We got that land purchased, $71,000. Very nice. So we'll get the cultivator out on there and probably use the new John Deere for that to get it cultivated. We'll see where we're at by the end of the day if we have time to prepare it, check it for lime, if it's going to need that, what kind of fertilizer it's going to need. So added some tasks, but I think that's what we really wanted to do, is really expand this year and really making up for our lost time from being in prison and getting back into it and really wanting to dominate this area and really own this whole area. Let's look at the map. So this whole section on this side of the road we do own. We don't own these fields here, but these are ours. So that's what our goal was originally, to own all of this land and potentially combine the two fields to our right next time around. But we'll see about that. Just one large barley field is kind of what I'm thinking there. Maybe a wheat field over here. A larger corn field next time as well. But we got the weeding done. Let's get the fertilizer out. But we'll also get the John Deere prep to start cultivating that field up. I was talking a little bit with the previous owner of this field out here that we just bought, and they did do lime recently. So we'll just need to cultivate and plant. And that would really be a good start for us on that new field. To get the soybeans in the ground, we'll probably, gosh, I'm thinking about planting them in May, though, just to spread out some of our harvests. So we'll get it cultivated, then we'll get to putting the extra layers of fertilizer down that we need to. I believe the field to our right needs it. The one to the left needs its first application. The grass field needs one. So we'll get a good amount of fertilizer in the ground. But we'll get Bobby started on cultivating this before we do that. And with this new John Deere, should have plenty of power. Oh, looks like Grace came instead of Bobby today. Hey, Grace. Yeah, get that cultivated up. Very nice. Look how quick it's going, too. All right, let's go get the fertilizer. Looking at our map, it is the new grass field, the corn field, and the sugarcane field that needs fertilization. So it's not the cotton field. We did that in the winter. So we'll get this going. And then we need to check on productions in a little bit as well. Got to get some sugar distributed. We'll start with this one. We'll come back to the grass field and then go from there. And here we go. Should be a good yield of corn this year for us. Cultivator, do its job. Good job, Grace. Not only is the width here of this machine amazing, but also the speed. You can see we're going 16 miles an hour putting fertilizer down. You can get the job done in no time with that. Next month, we'll definitely have to take care of the vines as well and probably cut some grass. It might be June before we cut grass. And next, the grass field. Oh, I guess if I was over all the way, yeah, we'll still have to do 2 passes. Hitting the vines a little bit. Wonder if that actually applies fertilizer there. Interesting. Grass field all done. Let's go ahead and fold this up so we don't run into anything and head on over to the sugarcane, and we'll get a good path going here. This will be my first time working on this field. With this implement, I don't think we need to really worry about the end rows. So let's get it unfolded. See about exactly where we need to start. Could be about right here. Should be good. And we'll just start heading up and down. Might not have enough product. Pretty good sized field, but it might be okay as well. All right, getting to the last area here, and it's a good sized field. So this should be, it's gonna be a long harvest, but it should be a lot of sugar for us to where we'll probably be able to take a year off from harvesting sugar. All done. Let's get this home and cleaned, as it will be needed next month to put another application of fertilizer on the cornfield. And then after that, it'll be done until our winter prep. Yeah, this hasn't been cleaned in a while, but we're doing better with the maintenance. And it seems to, from what I've been reading, definitely help with breakdowns and keeping things, you know, running instead of losing time by always repairing and getting maintenance done on these. So we'll do the maintenance as we need it instead of waiting for things to break down. And that'll be the best way to run the farm, I believe. So let's get this put away. Nice undercover spot that it has. And we'll check on the cultivator, and then we need to work on those things with the productions that we're talking about too. Oh yeah, Grace is doing great work here. Getting use out of the new tractor. Definitely gonna take a while to get this done. So I think it will be May when we finally get this planted. But that'll be good. It still gives us time for the soybeans to grow and get a good yield out of them. All right, let's go ahead and grab the skid steer. It's not a skid steer, the telehandler, and we'll head on over to the sawmill. We're gonna move the wood chips around, get that production running for a little bit, and then we will move the sugar around. And it's time to clean up these rows as well. They're all cleaned up. Get it deposited here. That should be good money here in a few minutes. And go ahead and deactivate it now. It should still sell them even though it's not activated. And we should get, you know, just in 5 minutes, a good amount of money. And yeah, we're sitting at 131,000 now, so that will do. Let's go ahead and get the sugar moved around next. All right, let's see what we got over here. And like always, we'll top off the yeast factory as well. We might want to see how it's doing with grapes, if we need to bring more over here or not yet. There we go. We should have about 20,000, I would assume, here. Or 13. Production still has 43,000 to go through. And did I see something that should be? Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yep, let's get this topped off at the yeast factory and then over to Hoot's place and get some money. So a little bit dropped off there. And we're going to move this over as well. Got 300 yeast now. Nice. Get the rest of this sold at Hoot's place. Grace making good work over here. Almost done. Very nice. And here we go. $20,000 of sugar. We're sitting at 151. Money's coming in nice. And another piece of equipment. We need to take care of our truck too. Get it nice and washed. It's been a while. Look at this thing. Are there windows here? Looks like there are. Oh, it's a lot of dirt. Getting new. Same with the trailer. It's filthy. Nice, shiny trailer. Look how shiny the truck is. Oh, that's so nice. We're going to pick up all the maple syrup. We're going to get that sold as well right now. Really, at this point, we're starting to save up money for the leases that we'll need to do here in the fall of equipment to help with the harvest. And couldn't get it all there in one go. Let's try that. There we go. Not a lot of money there, just about 10,000. Let's go ahead and get this home and see what else there is to do for the day. Everything's fertilized. Weeds are all taken care of, so we just have the soybean field really to take care of. How's the fertilizer on the grapes looking? 0. Yep, we still got to take care of all of that, and we'll probably do that next episode. Doesn't seem to be actually distributing our fabric. What if we activate that? And then we'll check when we get to the next hour. I don't know why it wouldn't have automatically distributed it. We didn't have it activated. I don't think that's why. Maybe it is. And maybe that's the same problem over here with the distribution. Or it's just bugged. It looked like that was the case. So now we have no fabric here. And we have fabric over. Interesting. Okay, let's activate this. We're going to activate it so it knows that we need wood chips. And we have a little bit of wood chips, 6 liters here. 7 liters. So at the next hour, we'll see if that works. But we're going to go ahead and pick up the John Deere. It's all done cultivating. And we'll be back. Very good. Nice and clean. We'll get it planted in May, which should lead to a November harvest and a nice chunk of income coming in for the end of the year. Would be nice to have it before, but money should be okay. Go ahead and get this all cleaned up. Again, we are doing all this cleaning to make sure these machines stay in good shape. And this one wasn't too dirty, so that should be about it there. It's June, and this harvester, we had issues with the length of the auger last time with the new head that we had. So I'm going to talk to them about how much they would sell it for and what they have in store for us. Maybe some newer models or bigger ones potentially as well. We're only able to get about 38, maybe 30,000 for it after the repairs. So now we're sitting at 336 to see what we can do. Let's find out. So the 250 series class 9 is probably our best option with the twin wheels. Oh man, let's see. Standard wheels, yeah, I don't think we want to do that. So we need to figure out a way to get about $100,000. We get some maple syrup to sell. We get the sugar to sell. We'll check on if there's wood chips. Yeah, we'll do a little speed run here of selling things and see where we're sitting. So we got all the goods sold. We got the wood chips moved over, produced and sold, and we're still a little short. So I think it's time to say goodbye to the New Holland. It's kind of sad. I was hoping to keep this forever, but we got the original John Deere still, the 4020. So we'll keep that around the farm for nostalgia reasons. Let's head on over and see if we can get enough money to tip the scales to get us that new combine. We're able to get 31,000 for it. Let's see if it helps. Well, with $18,000 to spare, almost 19,000, we've got the new combine, the 9250. Oh boy. I was thinking about getting 2 combines, but I think this will do for now, and maybe eventually we can get a second one. But let's get this a little warmed up as we drive back in. And we got the header over here already. We got the new John Deere with the auger wagon, or the auger trailer. And then we'll get the semi over here if we fill up the auger trailer and it seems like the yield's good enough to justify having both vehicles over here. But yeah, it looks like we have a little bit of cash left over because we did have an order already put out today to get the chickens purchased and delivered that we're buying. It's all unfolded. Let's see how this looks in here. Oh, this is impressive. Got our buddy seat there. Oh man, well, that's a tough view, but we can see everything now pretty well. Let's go ahead and get it lowered. Give this thing a shot. Gotta make sure we enable straw here. Should start dropping. There we go. The extra money from the straw is definitely needed. The lowest I remember our bank account being in a long time. Well, you can see we almost made a full trip around the headland and we have a full hopper here. Very encouraging. You see that's the distance that we had left. Not bad. So let's get in the John Deere. Let's get this filled up for us. We're gonna take it straight to the whiskey distillery. Like we said last time, we had our final walkthrough and inspection. Everything's solid. We're legal. Shouldn't have any legal trouble this time. Let's get this filled up, dropped off over there, and I think we need to drop off some water as well. Keep the combine running for now. I want to keep it warm. Just let it idle where it is. Should be fine, but yeah, this is exciting. Get some whiskey made today. At least the process started. All right, here we are. Very good. Yeah, we just need to get this water tank filled up next, and we should be ready to get the workers going in the distillery. All right, I believe we just got to loop back here like so, and there we go. And since we're out of maple syrup right now, we're gonna just activate regular whiskey. We'll get that going to begin with, and we'll check on that later on today. Should probably get some more yeast moved over, but we can handle that later on. We got enough to keep us going. All right, that means we can get back at it here, and we got a little bit of cash from our productions, so we're sitting at $27,000 now. Hoping to get this first field done before weather gets here, but we'll see. Time to just sit back, relax, and do some harvesting.
no. We never planted soybeans. What a waste. Cannot believe I forgot that. Back to harvesting. Well, we got the truck over here. Let's see if we lined it up right. It's not necessarily about the extra capacity in the truck as much as it's about the transportation and going back and forth. So if we have, the trailer here to pick up the grain from the combine, then we can move it into the truck, and while the combine's still going, we just have to have one person going back and forth with the truck. As you can see, we're going to do almost fill this up with one hopper of this wagon. So yeah, it doesn't really buy us a ton of time as far as capacity, but it does on physical time, and we're rushing to beat this storm. I want to get this first field done before what looks like it's going to be a lunch hour storm here. So we'll get this unloaded, get the combine back going, and yeah, that might already fill up the truck with what we have here. And back at it, hoping we potentially get just, 2 more hoppers full, but with this smaller area, it might be the last time we fill up the hopper on this combine for this field. Just a little skinny row left to finish off here. Let's try to get far enough over for help the baler out with the straw that's gonna fall. There we go. And with this tiny of a row, I think we'll be good capacity-wise in the hopper. Did not get that full load that we were hoping for. Pretty close though. Just fill straight into the truck here what we can, and hopefully the rest will fit in the other trailer. Ooh, we almost missed. Just 1%, 145 liters left in here. We'll drop it off over here. Get prepped for the other field, but I think we need to get all of this grain under cover because this storm is coming. Well, I got close to hooking up the header trailer and the rain hit, so we're gonna get this real quick put away. We got the top put on the semi. That's another benefit of that. Hopefully this doesn't get too wet and damaged, but we'll get it dropped off at the whiskey distillery. Hopefully it all fits. I think we'll just put it in the silo for now just to be safe though. All right, we'll get that under cover so it can stay dry. Let's go check on the semi. It's unloading right now. We'll get it in place near the field, but then we might take a break here, see if this storm passes. Oh, we're gonna be real busy next month on this wasted field. I cannot believe I did that. That's gonna cost us like $500,000. It is starting to clear up, and the delivery for the chickens should be here any minute now. So 53,000 liters were in here, and another 14,000 in the production. So that was a good start. We're gonna take this 3,600 over, or 3,300 over to the chickens, and I think we'll probably want to upgrade to a bigger wagon for this. We'll see. So we got 20 chickens delivered. They're just waiting for some food. Come around this way here to give it to them. Oh, maybe it's inside. That would make sense. Have a little barley here. How you ladies doing? Some nice eggs produced for us. That would be lovely. Very nice. And we'll do one more load, and then we'll get back in the combine and get as much of this second field done as we can today. It is getting late already. And second load here. We'll see how much of this feed they actually go through overnight. It won't be a full day for us to know how much we'll need for a year, but we can figure out that number probably by the end of July. Very good. Let's go ahead, and once it's done tipping, we'll shut this off. We're gonna leave it here for now. Let's give them their space. My guess is we're going to be needing this about right here. Maybe a little farther. Let's just turn the corner and we'll risk that. Say about right here. All right, let's get to the combine and get it all unfolded and dried out. Check the header, make sure it's dry enough, and get going. All right, got it all cleaned up, and now it's time to get to cutting this wheat. Cannot wait to see how much product we have left. All right, I was a little too optimistic, but we will still unload here. Very nice, 65%. Just a little bit over half of a way around the headland. Go ahead and close it back up and get to going. And hopefully we have enough daylight left today, but if not, we're still gonna bust this out at night. I was a little worried about getting this all done on my own, so we did get one of our employees, our helpers over here to take care of the harvest, and I will drive the carts around and the truck. But we're gonna catch up and help them unload so that they don't have to stop. And I think that'll be our best approach to getting this done with as much light as possible left in the day. We got 23,000 already. This is our big money. One of our big money crops, our fields here. Getting about 5,000 liters per pass, which seems to be pretty good. We're just about halfway done, almost halfway done with this field. Looking good. Hoping to fill the truck up at least one more time. Well, I think we're gonna beat sunset at this pace as everything's going good. No breakdowns or anything. Fresh new combine. Only the second time we've used this header. And boy, it's busting it out. I still can't believe we forgot to plant the soybeans. What a big mess up. And this should fill this truck back up, and the combine should be able to handle the rest that it's picking up out there. So let's get the truck unloaded. We'll come back and unload the combine, put it in the silo, and we'll see what our grand total is. Seems like we did pretty good with barley. Last pass here. It's always a bittersweet feeling to be done with a field. All right, all emptied out. Go put this in the truck and see how we did. Just out of curiosity, is the roof high enough to sneak in here? Doesn't seem to work. And it's too tight of a squeeze because we're not gonna be able to get out of here. That's unfortunate. That would have been nice to fill it up real quick. And here we go. That unloaded. And hopefully we have about 140,000 liters in here. Just under 137. Not bad. Go ahead and leave that there. Get the combine put away and cleaned up. And that's all we got left to do today. All right. Our little cleanup area here. We didn't get this one last time, so we'll get it while it's sitting here. Not bad. Shouldn't have gotten too dirty from one use, but we got to keep it clean. Very nice. Same with the header here. This side as well. Everything's looking good on this. Everything's still in good shape. We'll have to do some maintenance, but sadly, this will be the last time we use it this year. Ah, what a mistake. But overall, pretty good day. Let's head over to the whiskey distillery and see how things are going over there. Nice, nice, nice. We'll have to find out where we can sell this and to whom. And I believe we have, let's get some maple syrup over here so we can get that going as well. All right, let's get the maple activated, and we want it to spawn as well. Yeast is looking decent. Let's see what we got over there to move over and get those moved as well. These aren't too heavy. I could pick these up by hand. And that's something we might want to look into upgrading is our yeast factory. It is just so slow. It's going to be the bottleneck for product over here. So we may need 2 or 3 of those, or maybe just upgrade some of the equipment in it. Yeah, we'll look into that a little bit. Maple whiskey's coming along. Whiskey's coming along as well. And we'll have to add some barley probably a month or 2 from now. Overall, looking great.
Last time we were with you, it was like June. Last episode that you'll never see, I recorded July and August. We have canola. We prepped this entire field. It's in perfect shape. It got rolled even. The only thing that could have improved it is mulching. I also harvested some hay. We have plenty of food for our sheep who actually need some more. We'll get them some more in a few. We need to move some wool. We cut the grass out here, turned it into silage bales that we could potentially sell today. And it looks like we're almost ready to harvest. We took care of that. We got lime and fertilizer laid down here. Oh, not lime. Oh, look at this. We got grapes to harvest. Cotton's growing nice. The corn's coming in real good. Might be October when we harvest that. We have the forgotten field and the other field that's not planted yet. And these two are going to become barley. You can see we're kind of prepped out there for that work already. But you're not going to see last episode because I finished editing. I thought I exported it. And then I deleted all the files. And they're gone forever. So, hi chickens. Let's make some progress today. We're going to do the harvest later this afternoon. We're going to get the barley in the ground on these 2 fields first. And that's how we're going to start our day. We don't necessarily need money, so we'll leave this be for now. Let's get over to the seeder, and hopefully it's not a seeder, it's a planter. I keep calling it that. Let's go over to the planter. Hopefully it has enough seed in it to do this first field, and then we can get some for the second one if that's a problem. But let's get on over there. All right, we got barley selected. Let's get this unfolded. I'm a little frustrated. You know, I went and made a thumbnail to upload the video that's supposed to come out tomorrow. So usually I like to get a little more ahead of this than recording a video that comes out the next day. So we're going to try to bust through this, try to keep it good content for you. And I'll stop talking about it right now. Let's get this in the ground. So this field's already been fertilized once, so we will have to spray it afterwards. And we might spray it before we roll it. That's another thing we did last episode. We were leasing that roller because we're trying it out. We're trying to push some stones into the ground. Maybe it'll improve harvest. That's what Isaac was telling me. So we're using Isaac's advice to see about potentially improving our yield. But we'll get this barley in the ground. We're going to do barley here and across the road from us. Get both of these fields going. Then we feel a little better about the lost field since we got canola planted over yonder. And we're not actually losing. We are losing a lot of money in the soybean harvest, but we've kind of adjusted, and we'll have all the fields planted here again in a few moments, and that won't be too bad. I think we made the best out of it for the situation. Yeah, a little flustered. I'll bounce out of it. We're getting the barley in the ground. It was a good episode, guys. I'm so sorry. It was a good one. Enough moping about our day. We're gonna go pick up the weeder. We're gonna get going. We need to really be productive now that I've been mopey at the beginning here because of my mistake. But yeah, we'll get the weeder going. We got the planter. Gosh, stop calling it. It is a planter. I said it right this time. We got the planter going. We got Bobby over there working on the planter. We're just weaving through our property so we can pick up our weeder that we left back here and it fell over. But we're gonna get that going. We're gonna get it weeded, de-weeded, I guess it would be. Then we're gonna spray it for fertilizer and then roll it as well. And we gotta do that on 2 fields today. And we gotta harvest grapes. So it's gonna be a busy one. We gotta be productive, make sure we got some sunlight. It's still September, so we should have plenty of sunlight today. And let's check the forecast. Looking sunny all day, so we don't have to worry about any rain coming in to ruin our harvest. So yeah, we'll get this done first. Like I said, we'll probably end the day with the grape harvest. We need to check on the whiskey distillery, make sure it's got all the products it needs. And that's about it. Let's go ahead and do the headland with the weeder. And there's a couple areas that I missed on the barley field or the canola field that I need to take care of with the hoe. We don't have enough of a gap there to get started. We're gonna start on the other side. All right, let's get going. Make sure any possible weeds in this field are pulled out right now. And I guess we'll scoot over just a hair. The planter is pretty far ahead of us. We shouldn't run into them going 7 miles an hour. I don't think we'll catch up. Turning around here will be interesting because we're not going to do the headland because the width of this thing is so large that we didn't do 2 headlands. We need to do 2 headlands with the planter to be able to really do the headland with the weeder. So we'll improvise here. We can just turn right around like so, and that should be more than efficient. We're gonna ruin a little bit more grass here, but that's all right. We're not mowing way back here anyways, and it looks like we need to even out some land too. Hopefully the water doesn't run too strong into the field right there because of that slope. Yeah, we'll get this done and move on to the next field after that. Oh, look at that view. That's pretty awesome. I noticed a few weeds out here that we took care of before, so I wanted to make sure we got that done before I forget today. So we're gonna, we got a couple workers out there helping finish that barley field, and we're gonna come out here and try to de-weed. Yeah, it's working nice. So we'll do this in that little patch there, and then we'll check the east side of the field as well to see if there's any weeds. Just missed a few spots using the weeder last time. Very nice. Let's get out here and try to limit our driving on the field. And we'll wrap around this way and see if we can find more weeds. Yeah, it looks like we did the same thing over here. 2 small patches. So we'll get those taken care of. And the last one here. Ooh, look at all those wood chips we need to move. Very good. All right, let's take this home and we'll get back to working on the other field. Oh, nice. They're getting done with the first field. I figured since we had 2 workers out here, we would utilize that and speed up our progress for the day. Go ahead and open up this fertilizer. But before we do that, let's help Bobby get started on the next field. Yeah, I'm doing barley on both of these. This field here was soybeans before. The field behind us was barley, so that one will be barley on barley. Hopefully the yield's okay. That'll be the first time, I believe, that we've done the same crop and haven't rotated on the fields But I felt like that was the best choice for us based on what we're kind of experiencing right now on the farm and what we need for product. We could have made a different type of alcohol, but I'm not ready to do that yet. I want to get the whiskey to be a popular item that people are purchasing before, and we're also going to be making something with the corn, so I don't want to get too diversified until we know that we have a viable product. And we'll do the end row here just to help turning around. We're going to go east-west on this field, and I think the road over there not having a fence will be okay to turn around, so we'll do 2 end rows on this side, and then we will start doing the east-west passes like normal. All right, all set up for Bobby to take over. Good luck, Bobby. Let's go ahead and pick up the weeder and move it over here. Making a lot of progress. Gonna let the planter get a little bit farther ahead of us. We'll take care of some fertilization here first. Yeah, and this is gonna be super quick. So once we get done with this, we can pick up on weeding. After we're done with weeding that field, we can move on to rolling both of these fields. And then it'll be time to do the grape harvest. We might want to check on the distillery beforehand and make sure it has everything that it needs. And probably the chickens and the sheep too. Yeah, this field's looking great. Can't wait to get it rolled. It'll look even better. Push some of those stones down, help with that yield hopefully. And it looks like we got a good head start on the weeder over there, so that should be good. Very nice. Yeah, let's go ahead and shut this off. Fold it up, and we will park right here for now. Should be a safe spot for it. Shut it off for now. It might be a little bit, so we don't want to just waste fuel, but I'll run over to the weeder here and get that field de-weeded as well. So nice. Awesome. All right, we're going here. I don't think we'll catch up. Got plenty of space ahead of us. And man, we're having an efficient morning. This is nice.
People knew her by her will to make it whatever she put her mind to. Late night hours up the hill, serving coffee to strangers, talking about revenue. She kept dreaming of a world big enough for everyone, but she knew it must rain before it grows. She kept dreaming of the day butterflies survive the wheel, even though she got knocked down and never showed. Dear Lily, where'd you go? Where's your heart at? Why'd you fall back? Lately your afterglow is shining brighter, waking up an easy egg. I remember her in songs, decades old, but it doesn't matter. Stumble across old memories, try to recall before they all shatter. She kept dreaming of a world big enough for everyone, but she knew it must rain before it grows. She kept dreaming of the day butterflies survive the wheel, even though she got knocked down and never showed. Dear Lily, where'd you go?
All right, all the seed is in the ground. We sent Bobby home. We're going to be able to do most of today by ourselves, so the workers have been sent home. We'll finish this here, get the planter out of the way. Gonna leave the case running, keep it warm. All right, we got the planter put away for now. We need to clean it up before we put it away for the winter. But we're gonna go finish doing a couple of these rows of weeding here, and then we'll get this field fertilized, get the 2 rolled. But I do think we should check on the animals and the productions before we do the rolling. All right, we are done with the weeder for the year. We're gonna put it in our staging area to get cleaned up before we store it. We do have a lot of things over there that we need to work on cleaning. Been neglecting it just a little bit recently. Did our second application of fertilizer put down here, and it doesn't look like it's taking any. Let's look at our data, because it doesn't need any. it's fully fertilized. We'll check on that next month and see if that is the same. A little confused by that, but we will take it. Let's put this away. It doesn't look too dirty. We should probably do a little maintenance on it though. We'll put it in the staging area as well, and then we will check on the animals and the distillery. Getting a little crowded over here. Here, give them a little food to hang out there. Let's go see how the chickens are doing. Hello, ladies. How's it going? So yeah, plenty of food. It holds a lot in here, so we shouldn't have to worry about them for a while. And yeah, that's not that exciting. Let's head on over to the distillery and see what's going on over there. We should feed the dog. It's probably so hungry. Where's it at? There it is. Where is Utopia? There she is. Are you just gonna run through the fence? Just gonna run through? That a smart dog. That a smart dog. All right. Looks like the grape bandits have been leaving our whiskey alone over here. We do need to come up with a safe place to store this. We have a cool animation for us, maybe? Look at, oh yeah. That's so cool. All right, let's get this put away though. We'll get these moved out so they can keep spawning. We are starting our marketing campaign, and I hired a marketing team to help us find buyers for this. I don't really want to sell it one-off to individuals. I want to sell to stores and sell it pretty much in bulk. So we're working on some deals with that to figure out exactly where. And we'll get the distribution going on that as soon as we can to make some money. But gosh, it's piling up. We got 6, 7, 8 maple, 8 regular whiskey. Product's looking good. We need to move some barley over here soon. And we are out of wood chips. Let's move this yeast. Oh, we got 2 of them. Very nice. That there. All right, let's head on over to the sawmill and get some wood chips. We're gonna take the truck though and drop off some wool to the fabric store as well. Yeah, oh, what a mess. You're better than that. Decent amount of wool this time, so they're starting to pick up the wool production, which is really nice. It'll help out. I'm working on the designs of the clothing that we're gonna start. And I'm hoping to be able to share that soon, and hoping we can get that produced so we can start making a ton of money off of clothing here. But we need the cotton as well for that. All right, got that all dropped off. We'll leave the truck here for now. Jump into the telehandler here, get a full load of wood chips moved on over, and then we'll come back and move the rest into the other production. But yeah, let's get this across the street real fast. All right, we made it across the street here, and slow down. Just deposit this in here to keep the production going. There we go. And let's see what the info tab over here tells us now. It's running. All right, let's get this scooped up, make some money off of it. What a good business plan this has turned out to be. Money at this point is not really a stress. We got everything we need. Everything we're buying at this point are just nice upgrades. And we're really soon gonna see what kind of profits we turn selling whiskey. That's the exciting time. All right, I got those all moved over. We'll see here in about 30 minutes what kind of money we make off of that, but we'll go ahead and get this parked here. And it's time to do some rolling, and after that we will harvest the grapevines. So since it was part of the lost episode, I do have a little experience using this implement now. I usually use the roller that is one size smaller than it, and it has the hydraulic lift on it so that you can raise it and lower it. This one doesn't have that. So it has some disadvantages to when you're turning. It slides a lot, and you just have to go a little bit slower. I think the problem is when I was using the override speed of 12 miles an hour, I think it recommends. Let's see. Yeah, 12 miles an hour, I was kind of losing control. So this is one where I think we will do it at 7. It takes a little bit longer, but we don't have to redo areas for the slipping and sliding that the implement was doing. You'd think it'd be heavy enough to not, but it does get a little out of control when you do the override speeds. So yeah, we'll get both these fields done here. It shouldn't take very long at all with the width of this implement. And then we will move on to figuring out how much more grapes we get by adding those 2 rows. And it might get to the point where we need to find something else to do with grapes instead of just using it for yeast. Might be another business opportunity for us out there. There's the sway I was talking about. Yeah, it seems to be when we go a little faster, it does that. So we'll have to come back We'll get those spots there later on, but we're going to take care of both fields this way. And there's another spot up here in the other field that it was just too bumpy and it wouldn't roll it. So I'm going to try going this direction on it next and see if that'll take care of it. But it's nice to be able to just do both these fields, just treat it like one large field here. And if that road wasn't there, I'd be really tempted to turn it into one field. All right, so let's try this. We're going to turn down to 7 miles an hour. We're going to turn around and see if it handles the sway a little bit better. Oh, yeah, that's the key. And then when we get it straight, we can kick back up to 12. There's the plan. For the most part, field 3 here has been pretty good. There's just the one area that we want to re-go over. You can see back there. Hopefully I don't speak too soon when we turn around here, but there's quite a few in field number 4 that we're going to have to try to go the other direction and roll. So this is something that we're kind of trying out. We're only leasing this a piece of equipment right now because we don't know if we're going to see enough of a benefit to justify purchasing one. So we'll see how the yield turns out. Well, that's a lot of sway. Forgot to slow down. Yeah, see, this implement's a little tricky. Let's see if we can get it to sway back enough. Nope, let's loop around. Oh, man. Yeah, see, I just don't understand why you can't lift this one. I get it. It's not designed that way. But if we do buy one, it might be worth spending the extra time rolling, because it might actually save us time because of this redo we have to do. But we're only leasing this, and let's get back to 12 there. We want to see how the yield does. If is the 2.5% bonus that we might get worth it, or the extra yield worth it. We could have mulched these fields as well to get full bonuses. We didn't do that, so I'm not sure. We will find out though. And if it seems to be worth it and we're blown away by the yield, we'll definitely purchase a roller and keep doing this on all of our fields. Role playing aside, I'm not sure if you still get the benefit when you have stones shut off. It seems like this should be something that's beneficial when stones is enabled. Things I need to try out and do the science tests on this game. So we're coming back this direction now because there's a spot here that just failed a little bit when we rolled over it. And we'll see if we can get it this direction. If not, we're not going to waste our time trying to get the rest of them. But let's see. It does not. We'll try one more. We'll swing around here. Let's slow down. And we'll loop around and we'll try this row. If not, we're done for this field. And before next time we plant, we might want to come out here with some equipment and flatten the ground out a little bit more. Yeah, it's just too bumpy right there to really get it. So let's go ahead and fold this up. We'll leave everything else as is instead of losing more time and daylight. And this is all done, so we can call them up and tell them to come on and pick it up. We should probably clean it for them first. Yeah, that would probably save us a little bit of money in the back end of the lease. Oh yeah, lots of cleaning up to do here later today. Let's get this cleaned up so we can get it back to the dealership. And might as well clean this off too while we're here. All right, it's looking good. Shouldn't be any extra fees for returning dirty equipment. Let's get this put away. Call them up. All right, let's shut this off. Probably put it in a better spot too. And we'll just drop it right there. We got a lot of cleanup to do, but the day is burning, so we got to get a tractor hooked up to this, and we'll get this out here first. It's only 4 o'clock, but I definitely want to beat some of this daylight. I want to do all of this while it's still bright out. So let's go ahead, turn on the harvester. We'll get this first hopper full. I think we can do 2 rows if we remember. Maybe it's 3. And then we'll get the trailer out here for dumping in. And hopefully when we get to the end of this row, we're sitting close to 33% full on the hopper. And that'll tell us that we did everything we should have this year based on past year's yield. Well, so far it doesn't seem quite as good as normal. But I guess it about is. About 1,000 per pass. Not too bad, but we're not going anywhere near through this product. So we are going to start looking into another business venture to utilize this crop. I don't want to just sell grapes. It doesn't seem profitable enough to just sell the grapes. I think we want to find something to turn it into. Maybe wine. Maybe we'll do wine. All right, we'll go set up right about, turn around. We'll set up right here. Get the trailer moved over. All right, let's line this up real good. There we go. No need to have that running. And hop back in here, jump up and unload. And we might run into a capacity problem with our trailer. So we might be doing that today. Ruh-roh. All right, let's start doing these. I'm going to get to harvesting, put in my earpiece, get on the phone with some of the contractors in town, and find out about some of our options here. All right, halfway done with the harvesting of the grapes. We'll go ahead and dump this load, and then we're gonna head on over to our business complex and see about our new building. All right, let's get the harvester shut off here. We're gonna take this with us. It's, you know, almost at capacity, so the next load definitely is going to fill it up completely. We'll stop by the yeast factory, drop off what we can, and then we'll show you the new building. All right, let's get what we can unload here. Decent amount. But now let's go over yonder and look at this. So we can't turn the production on yet because we don't have a license for it. And it is a winery. It's not branded the same as the whiskey distillery because we're not going to... Let's move this. Wow, interesting. We're not going to... Lost track of my thought there. We're not going to make it and sell it ourselves. We're going to be a distributor for other wine companies and use their recipe and just kind of help them. Or not a distributor. We're going to be a manufacturer for them. And let's take a look at the options here. So for grapes, we can make wine 1-to-1, which is pretty nice. But if we wanted to make port, we would need ethanol. And we can make ethanol if we had wheat. So that might be something we look into in a few months. But let's get the buttons turned on here. There's where we're dumping it. So we can go ahead. Again, we can't turn it on yet because we do not have legal right to create this. We have the paperwork already submitted with our lawyers. So maybe, and gosh, it might take a couple months, but at least we have a safe place to store the grapes for now. All right, let's get back, finish the harvest. Cannot believe it's already starting to get dark. It's only 5:40. The shadows are getting long though. All right, so let's see if we can pick up where we left off here. Should just be 6 rows to go. So we should be right here. A little too much overcorrection on the turn there. Here we go. Shake those grapes off. All right, another load here. Just 3 rows to go. Fighting the darkness now, but we have some good lights on this harvester, so we should be okay. Yeah, look at those grapes fill up. Just see the money rolling in. And the last 3 rows, here we go. Oh man, it's getting dark fast. It's only September. This means, gosh, I think this means we're in for a hard winter. Almost done though. We're almost done. Good thing we got these lights, like I said earlier. We'll get this all filled up. We'll get it dropped off at the new winery, and then we'll call it a night. Just back up here, dump it on in. This extra 3 rows of vines definitely helping our situation. We just need the, yeah, let's get the backlights on too. Just gives us a little more visibility. Let's drive over, dump this out. Another almost 6,000 liters. Oop, misjudged that turn a little bit. And here we go. And hopefully we hear back from the lawyers and the liquor board soon. Since we already have a liquor license, it shouldn't be too tough to get another one for this new complex. 14,000 liters should turn into 14,000 liters of grapes, and gosh, if that goes well, we might look into expanding that for extra revenue. Whoops, still need the lights. Really looking forward to becoming an even more profitable company. We're gonna sell all this silage, get as much money as we can, because we do have some things to buy to help us with these harvests. We have at least have to get a corn header, and then after that, we're gonna need to get something to harvest sugarcane with. And then keep in mind that next month, we're gonna have cotton to harvest. So I don't like necessarily $47,000 income. I do like that. I don't like leasing, so we'll see what we can do. We have had to lease a few times, you know, for the soybean harvest, but we just couldn't afford the equipment at the time. And I'm just gonna sell everything we have around outside the whiskey because we're still looking for a buyer for that, and I forgot to activate the wine, so we don't have any wine to sell. But we're gonna get the maple moved around. We're gonna make sure the whiskey distillery has enough maple syrup, and then we'll sell the rest of the maple syrup, and then we'll start the corn harvest. Good amount of maple syrup. We've been neglecting the production. So let's go ahead. We'll swing by the whiskey distillery. I want to drop one off. I have to do just one though. So we will look at all of our whiskey piling up. Beautiful. All right, so let's, I don't know the best way to do this, so we'll just do that. Didn't mean to put it behind us, but
We'll grab one of them, drop it in there, and then we'll check inventory here. Looking good. Maple, wood chips, water, yeast. Okay, we're good. We'll get the rest of these picked back up and sold. I don't remember too often our balance being this high. It's kind of nice. Let's see what putting all these into our distribution does do. What does it do? What does it? It does. It doesn't do. That one right there. Try to get us to 500,000. Come on, let's do it. Not with this product. It's all right, 460 is not bad. Throughout the day, we'll sell some more goods from the sawmill productions. Yeah, we'll get this parked here. Then we're going to take a look at online to see what kind of corn headers we have for our combine, which is kind of missing right now. Oh, I think it's behind the back here. There it is. And the header's attached. Let's go ahead and jump on here. We'll drop that trailer. We're going to move it close to the cornfield because that's where it needs to be. And we'll get a header. We'll get it brought to us. We'll probably pick it up and bring it here. I'm struggling with words and thoughts right now. Sheesh. Yeah, we'll get this we'll get this closer to where it needs to be and yeah, regroup and reset our brain, I think. Oh, that's right. We have eggs we could sell. All right, we're going to leave the case there, the combine. We're going to let it keep warming up. We're going to go grab one of our tractors, drive to the dealership, and talk to them about a trailer, a header trailer, and a corn header. How are you ladies doing on food? Plenty. Perfect. Let's take the Magnum. All right, let's pull into our nice reserve parking spot. That seems to be just for us. And let's go have a chat with them, see what they have in stock. As far as compatible with our combine, we could get this. Wow. That's a big boy. 88,000? That looks like it is that or this one, which is a 12. Might as well. All right, let's go back here. We want to see, does that, doesn't have does this one that pulls itself? No. Go ahead and buy that. And header trailers, I'm guessing we just need to go with a larger one. We have a 20-footer. I think a 40-footer probably will work for that. Let's try that out. Doesn't seem to lock into place. I think that might be compatible. Let's go ahead and back up and pull this home. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if these two things are compatible. We'll see if it falls off. But I didn't see one in combination, so I'm not sure exactly what that trailer header is for this corn header. Seems good. Little overcorrection on the turn there. And let's get home. Just got a couple more things to prep though. Just turn right in front of it here, right about there. Go ahead and drop that off. We're gonna get a trailer. Actually, we'll take you home. We're gonna get the truck, the semi. And just checking some of my emails, it looks like we do need more barley at the distillery. So we'll go ahead and get this one hopper filled up and take that over there. Manager did let me know they're getting close to running out of barley. Everything else is looking good like we noticed when we were there last time. So we'll get 20,000 liters or so sent over here. And hopefully this will help for a good amount of time. I'm really hoping we have enough barley to get through until next harvest. There we go. It opened up there. Gas should be good. Water should be good. Wood chips in a few months. Beautiful. All right, let's get near the field and prepped. I have no idea how much corn we're going to get out of this. No clue at all. No better spot than that. Get it shut off. Head on over to the combine. It should be nice and warmed up by now. Now, it is kind of silly to have this big of a corn header for this tiny little field, but I do plan on doing more corn, and I figured at that point we'd probably take advantage of one of the larger fields here to get a little bit more product made. Oh, look at, yeah. This is going to take no time at all. What is this falling behind it? What in the world? This map surprises me all the time. Some straw from corn? Let's see what that's about. Get the baler out later. And this should be easy enough to just set up GPS and not have to worry about... Oops, I guess we had it the right way. There we go. Yeah, and not have to worry about doing any headlands here. We'll just go back and forth and see how much corn we get out of this. Expectations are really low. First time doing corn ever. So we'll see how we do, and you know, I think I already made up my mind to do it again just because I think it's a fun one to harvest. It was a good time to just drop this off. I don't think we're going to get in a whole nother pass. We could have had a worker come and help us with this, but I really wanted to do this corn harvest all on my own today. I like to have workers help when it's something we have done before on the farm, and I just want to have it done quicker. This is still a learning experience for me, first time doing corn. Pretty impressed with the yield so far. We'll see how the rest turns out, but I'm hoping to get maybe one hopper. It's not going to do the whole thing, this whole trailer on the semi. I'm hoping to get close, though. We'll see. Maybe one hopper full. Decided to do this end row here just to help with turning around. It was a little snug with this large header, and you can see we missed a few pieces here, so we'll grab those now. And back at it. Oh yeah, so quick with this header and hopper size combination. Might be just one hopper left. All right, so I totally messed something up role-playing wise. We didn't turn on the wine because we didn't get approval yet. The approval did come in. I meant to mention that this morning. I messed up there a little bit, but we're fixing it there. So the whiskey, or the license for the winery came in. We're good with the liquor license there. We got it turned on. Nothing to worry about. Let's get this hopper put in here. It was almost full. We got a couple rows, 2 rows left of corn to do. I don't think we're gonna get as much as I was hoping for, but we have a plan. There's a couple companies in town that, oh, it did fill it up, beautiful. A couple companies around here found out about our license and our distillery and our ability to legally make liquor and wanted help making theirs. So that this company that makes bourbon reached out to us, and that's why we grew corn, so we could help make some bourbon for them. And we're gonna sell it pretty good price too, so it'll be interesting when the time comes to see how much money we make from that. Oops, turn that back on, get going here. But yeah, you know, broadening the business horizons just to get more money coming in, to really pick up on the whiskey clothing line, what we're gonna be starting. And really, I want to expand the whiskey distillery business. I want to expand the Socks Way Up Whiskey Company to make millions, tens of millions of dollars. That's the goal. All right, let's see what we get in here. Get this deposited. We'll shut off the combine at that point, and we are going to want to flip this field pretty quickly. So I got a couple other business opportunities that I want to look into, and I potentially need to get some wheat in the ground. And today's going to be the last day this year to be able to do that. We'll go ahead and leave that here for now. 30,000, not too bad. We're going to go straight to the distillery and drop this off here. There. Gosh, we're going to have to look into the yeast production. We've been talking a lot about possibly expanding that to double, if not triple, our output of yeast. And with some of these new business ventures, we're going to need to do that. Definitely going to need to do that. So let's get over there, get this deposited, and then we'll talk to the manager of the yeast company to see if they feel like we could fit a couple more machines in the building, or if we need to get another building. Yeah, we'll see. Gonna definitely upgrade today though, because I need to get the production going with that. And also we might, gosh, we'll see how this wine venture goes, because we might need more vines as well. Being an entrepreneur is very addicting. You're always looking for new opportunities to make more money, new business opportunities. We'll sneak over here and drop off some corn. Not sure if it's going to be able to hold all of it, but we will try. And the back hopper is being emptied now, and it looks like all of it will fit. That's good. We don't have to worry about storing it. Let's go ahead and talk to the manager and get bourbon activated. It's not that door. Back here. This one? There we go. Open production. Click on bourbon. And 40 water, 35 corn, 10 wood chips. So we'll need more wood chips. And it gives us 15 bottles of bourbon. So let's go ahead and activate that. And bourbon we will set to distributing. No, spawning. And there we go. We're going to get in the case, set up the baler, and pick up that straw out there and get it sold, because we have no use for that. What a nice surprise that's been. Yeah, let's go ahead and get in the case. Get that going. And then we will, gosh, we're going to have to bust through this because we still got to get to sugarcane this month. Gosh, I'm not even sure what this is that we're going to be picking up here. Let's go ahead and turn this on. Corn straw. I guess that makes sense that you would call it that. Specific to this map, I believe. It's not part of the game, obviously. And they did add some cool features to this Black Mountain, Montana map. So we're taking advantage of them. So a little bit of extra revenue from our corn harvest here. And it shouldn't take too long. It's just, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 rows here to pick up. And the end row at the end. But yeah, we'll get going. Get this cultivated, get some wheat planted. Yeah, a lot to do still. Yeah, not too bad here. Just really interested to see what kind of money we get from this the first time doing it. Just no clue, never looked into it. Didn't even know it was a thing. That unloaded and then folded up to kick out that last one like always. Let's take a look at this though, because I'm confused. Holy price. I guess we're going to Hoot's place. Wow. Holy crap. These are over 8,000. They're over 8,000 a bale. How many do we have? Gosh, even without the bourbon contract, this is going to be a profitable day. Guess I should have started the series doing corn. All right, the most familiar place on this map besides our farm, Hoot's place. Let's see what they think of our sales here. Oh, it's going to be rough to get them all in. We did though, $146,000 in corn straw. Well, the market wanted it, so, you know, we got it. Feels a little dirty, feels a little weird, but what a bonus. We need to find a field to put more corn in next time. But we are going to do wheat in this field. We're not going to... Let's get home. Oh, look at you. We'll sell you later. We'll get another 10 grand there. Crazy town. To speed things up today, we are going to get a couple of helpers out here just to do some cultivation work. We'll do the planting of the wheat, but we'll get them cultivating first, and then potentially we'll get the weeder out as well. I don't think we'll do rolling, because I don't think that's necessary. All right, enjoy, Bobby. Hopefully you don't miss this spot right here. All right, let's go get the John Deere prepped with the planter. Yes, this is exciting. And we'll need Bobby to be a little bit farther ahead of us. But I think we can get the sprayer out here. Maybe? I think we'll have to do that after. Go ahead and do it right here. Get ahead. And we're going to go talk to the manager of the yeast factory. Bourbon coming along nice. Yeah. Yeast is going to be a problem. Okay, let's go ahead and have a chat with them. Looking at the production here, you can do 60 cycles a month and you get 1 yeast. So we're getting 60 yeasts a month, which is just not doing it. I want at least 3 times that. So we did talk to them and they said they definitely think they can fit 2 more machines in the building. It's going to cost us $100,000, but I think it's well worth it. $100,000, well spent. I think so. Let's look at the productions. We look at yeast now. We do 180 cycles instead of 60. So that will give us, 3 times as much as we were getting. And we should get a couple of these before the end of the day, hopefully. Let's see if they're far enough ahead of us now with the cultivation so that we can get to planting. Might as well just take over and finish it while we were waiting. Get that done. There's a little spot over here we wanted to clean up as well. But not too bad. Oh, we could have maybe got all this in one pass. Nah, we're going to turn around anyways. And just a little cleanup right here. Want to get as much wheat as we can out of this small field. Probably going to redo or rethink what we're doing with crops here in the future and make sure all of them are for productions. I mean, cotton does count. The only one right now, I guess every one that we have is counting towards a production. So I guess we are doing it right. We're not doing soybeans anymore. We don't really need to have crops that just make us money since we have all of our business ventures up and running. All right, let's go ahead and get this all turned on and lowered and get the wheat in the ground, and then we will have to spray it. We'll get it fertilized, and we got to do the weeding this month too. We're going to run out of time to do that sugarcane harvest, but we'll give it a shot. I think if we do go into November without finishing the sugarcane harvest over there, we should be okay without it going bad. As long as we get the cotton done as well in November. Oh, getting busy. Trying to be really cool for a montage there, and I messed up. So we're gonna go get this little spot here. We'll get the fertilizer sprayer out, get it sprayed, and then we'll take care of it for weeds. Right there, we should lower it. Yeah, and get this little spot. Every bit's gonna count here moving forward. We're gonna need it all planted. Leave that there for now. Go ahead and hop in here. Plenty of fertilizer. Beautiful. We'll do it this month and next month and get this all taken care of. I don't know when we'll have time to cut the grass. Maybe over winter? All right, let's make quick work of this. Get the weeder out afterwards. Gosh, best purchase. I really think this is the best purchase we've made. Yeah, just an up and down just to take care of this whole field. Get it fertilized. So nice. Let's leave this here to get washed later on today. We did slow down time to... Yeah, you can't turn that sharp, silly goose. We did slow down time to allow us to have enough time in October, next episode. This is kind of unplanned partially because of the corn. That straw shocked me. I didn't think we're going to have to do that part of the episode, but we did. And that didn't really waste much time, but it threw me off and I kind of adjusted course after that happened. So let's get the weeder done. And this is another huge implement on this tiny field. It's not going to give us a lot of wheat, but it'll definitely be a nice start to get into another part of the liquor production, which is definitely what we're going to be doing with it. So let's go ahead and back up here. We'll get our GPS enabled and we'll get going. All right, and we'll make sure we get every little bit of this crossed or touched, I guess, because we can't see where the weeds are going to be yet at this point, but this implement does rip all of those roots out that are about to become weeds, but leaves the seeds. Pretty cool technology. Make sure we're lined up good, lower it, and aways we go. Finishing up the last pass here. Gosh. Lots of business opportunities for us that we're stumbling upon. Things are going good. I mean, you think about it. We were in prison not too long ago. I think this is our second year back since then. I've lost track. Things have been so busy on the farm. Things have been going so good that I've just kind of lost track of how long it's been, which is a good thing because that 9 months was not fun. It was rough. But things are looking good. Things are on the up and up. We got a few more things that I do want to sell this episode. I want to sell that one thing of straw because that's pretty good. We need to move that around. But then I want to grab the eggs as well. We're going to sell those to Hoot's place. We're just going to see. Try to get close to, gosh, I want before the calendar year's up, I want to be well over $1 million. We got a lot of equipment to lease here next episode. But after that, it's all profit. And hopefully we get a sale for an order for the whiskey soon. All right, let's get this to Hoot's place. All right, here we are. Just unstrap those and they should sell. Oh, they don't take eggs. Oh, they do. They're just taking them slow. Okay. Another 20 grand. What a day. We have already started the sugarcane harvest. It's going interesting. So this is the equipment that we've leased. And I will, once we get over here, let's get through. And we're already having somewhat of a problem because the first trailer full only got us this far. Go ahead and switch this out, get it all prepped, unfold, and we'll show you. Oh, look at that. It did have some extra. Interesting. So we didn't lose. I thought we lost some, but let's go ahead and look at the mod folder here, or the mod section. And we see this collect 900 for sugarcane and poplar is what we're using. 9 meters wide is what it says. It's pretty impressive, but the problem is we're going to have to go drop off sugarcane so often, and we don't have another vehicle. I don't necessarily want to run side by side with it because it's just me. And even with a worker, we would still have to stop harvesting because we don't have the trailer. So we would have to swap out trailers to do that, or I guess that's one option, but it seems like it fills up so fast that it's not really worth it. But driving back, the forage harvester is kind of fast, so we can drive back and forth to the sugar factory. We're not too far from it, and we'll drop that off, and that's how we're going to do this entire harvest. joy. It's gonna be fun. And here we are dropping it off, and I'm hoping, gosh, looking at the way this is already going, it holds 360,000 liters. I don't know what we're gonna do because I feel like we're gonna get more than that. And at that point, we're gonna have to make a decision if we just sell it or what. I might look into a couple options here on trailers and kind of do a little bit of a mixture of what we did in Cattle Ranch. If I can find a big enough trailer that is compatible with sugarcane, I'm gonna do some looking. I'm gonna go do probably this one. Oh man, I was interested to get around one time and see what we're looking at. This is huge. This field's definitely paying for itself on this harvest. We bought it at the right time with the right crop on it. It's definitely going to help our business venture. We'll get 4 loads getting around this once potentially. Yeah, let's go. We'll fill this up, and then I'll do a little bit of looking for another trailer to possibly set something up here to help speed this up. All right, let's pull aside. I'm going to do a little bit of research here, and we'll be back. I mean, it'll be like nothing for you. All right, we're going to get this dropped off, and then we're going to return this trailer and lease a different one. And I have an idea that I think is going to be a little bit better. I don't know. Hey, look, we already have some sugar. Holy crap. We'll get back to the field and get set up with our new setup. I think this is the same trailer that we bought in Cattle Ranch. We're going to try follow me. We're going to have this truck do following, and we're going to drive the forage harvester. The problem is going to be we're not going to know when this is full, but it should allow us to get almost twice as far without taking a break, which in theory, it will get us done twice as fast. So let's go ahead and try to get this initialized. I changed the buttons on here, so let's see if I can remember. Okay, so we got that set up 25 feet back. It's not what we want. All right, so that's working. Let's give this a shot, and we'll have to come back for that part we missed because I don't want to back up with follow me going. So, in theory, this should be really good. All right, let's hop over here. Let's see how we're doing. 80s, yeah. Will that fill at 85%? So we got another 15% to go. Definitely feels like it's gonna make this harvest go a little bit faster. All right, let's check it out. We are at 100. All right, so let's go ahead, and it did stop shooting it in there. So to cancel this, just like canceling a worker, and we'll go drop this off. We'll come back, reinitialize follow me, jump back in, and rinse and repeat. It's gonna be even longer with the way I drive recently. Sheesh. And this load, I believe, is going to put us at about half capacity of the production. Yeah, just about. So we should just be able to hit our follow me. It should do the same exact setup. And yep, we can jump back in and just keep going. I kind of dig it. I think this is the way. Going to be a lot of sugarcane. Whole lot to still harvest. Much better exit that time. Still can't get this turn right. All right, I think this is the 3rd time we're going to try this turn. See if I can get it right here. Go all the way up in the grass. We'll turn right there. Avoid the stairs. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, we should be able to get a little bit of a full trailer after this and a little bit of the next one. And then after that, we're gonna sell the sugarcane. So I don't believe we can try to put it in our silo. I don't believe we can. If we did that, we'd be able to store the sugarcane and never have to harvest sugar again. One thing I did want to address is we are in Montana, and it's really not very good role play to do sugarcane. And the field was already purchased. It was purchased that way. I think this will be the only time we do sugarcane because of that. Yeah, I think that's what we'll settle with. 2 sugars already? Whew. Money, money, money. You know, we improved the output here, but it doesn't seem like we're getting much benefit yet. I know it's still the same month, but gosh, I was hoping to get a little more yeast than that by now. But productions are good with 3 things running. Wheat, how's the wheat doing? I don't see it on the list. Let's go and look at the production. Well, wheat is, oh, it was corn, that's why. Corn, plenty of corn left still, okay. Still only, yeah, we haven't really produced much though. Makes sense. Keep forgetting we didn't actually skip a month. All right, so this next trailer we're gonna fill up. We'll go back to the sugarcane factory and get that all populated to the max, and then we'll test the bins and see if I just don't know. I've never done this crop type. I assume it does not, that it's not compatible with the silos, but we'll find out. All right, we'll get what we can here.
and then we'll try the bins. All right, so that'll do it for what we can put at the sugar factory or the sugar mill. So let's go see. I really hope we can, because then we never have to harvest sugar again. At least for, gosh, a while. Not compatible. All right, let's go sell it. I guess we're making money today. It's going to slow down harvest, but it's better than just putting it on the ground, in my opinion. All right, good old Hoots Place. They love their products. Just love to see their warehouse. What do they have underneath the ground here? What to hold everything? That's what I want to see in this tiny little house. You know, in a town where we got arrested for stealing stuff, and then we have a store that buys everything that looks like this, I think they need to be investigated. All right, look at the money going up. All right, $28,000 for about 2/3 of a trailer full there. So we'll get about 40,000, maybe a little more per trailer. And we know 60,000 liters of sugar turns into an accident on the road. Ah, man, we'll do the math later. That's hurting my head. We're losing money, basically. We are. But we got to pick this up because Hoots Place closes at 5 and it is 3. Oh, it closes at 5 and it's 4:17. Oh, okay, let's try to get a couple more trailers in before they close. Ooh, feeling like a redundant episode, but we got to get this harvest done. You can see we're doing pretty good. We're just doing laps because of the way Follow Me's. I don't want to cut through the sugar cane, and it seems to be working pretty good. There's a couple spots we've missed, but we're gonna head over to Hoots Place. We got about 28 minutes before they close, so I'm hoping to get this and one more load before we have to call it a night. Unfortunately, because of that, we will have to call it a night early. There's some things around the farm we can still take care of to utilize our time, but we're gonna have to take a break on the sugarcane harvest till tomorrow at that point. All right, let's see what a full trailer gives us. Just about 40,000. Nice. So we should, if we're able to get back here before 5, definitely end the day at $500,000. Halfway to our goal for the end of the year. I did talk to them at Hoots Place while we were there, and yes, we are going 65 getting back. We're trying to rush. They are going to stay open if we are a few minutes late, but if it's like 10 to 15 minutes late, they probably won't be there. So we're going to try to get back as quick as we can here. Don't know if we're going to be able to do it, though. All right, well, that took a little bit longer than I was hoping, but it is 5 o'clock right now. And let's get back there. Hopefully they stay open for us. And then the plan is to get one more trailer full and hold on to it. We'll drop off what we can at the sugar mill and then sell the rest in the morning because the sugar mill does process overnight. So they will go through a little bit of sugar and we'll go from there. All right, we made it. They're still open for us. They are going to be leaving after this load. Go check in with them and see what we get for this. We're sitting at $530,000. Don't worry, we're not gonna have money for super long time. I got some ideas. All I'll say is Whiskey RP might look a little different in about 5 episodes. All right, and to just save us a little bit of time in the morning, we'll go ahead and do one more trailer. Doing great work today, Bobby. All right, let's go ahead and back this up, and we will go ahead and fold it on up so it's in safekeeping overnight. And we're going to take this to the sugar mill and just have it sit there overnight. Go ahead and put the top on. Do a little bit of chores. I need to do a little bit of work at the sawmill. We're going to go there, move the wood chips around again, take maybe a load to the whiskey factory. We should just call it the alcohol factory at this point. And sell the rest of the wood chips or make our product out of it. Check on the capacity at the sawmill. We'll do that overnight as well. And then make sure the sheep have food and the chickens have food. Possibly move some wool around. Just, a little chores while we still have some time in the day. Got a couple possible leads, and I think so far, and I don't necessarily want to do it yet, but it's out of state, and I don't have any drivers to drive it out of state, so I might have to do it myself. And was telling them we're going to have to do that after our harvests are done, so potentially in December, and they're okay with waiting until then. They're super excited about our product. We did ship them a couple samples, and we were able to do that in the mail, but that much product, we'd lose so much money if we paid someone else to ship it for us. So, I can't go to sleep yet. Let's, where's the truck? All right, let's get the wool picked up here, and we'll take that. It looks like the sheep are good on food, so we got that taken care of. Get our lights turned on, too, because it's getting to that time of the night. We'll get this dropped off at the fabric factory, and then we'll move those wood chips around like we said, and check on the inventory at the sawmill, see if they need a couple trees to cut down. We got plenty of forest left. Gosh, starting to look like we're ruining the landscape though. Turn around here, we should be able to pull that off. Yep, and we'll just park right there for now. We'll do 2 scoops here, and hopefully we have enough left over for the alcohol factory, but if not, I think we'll be okay. It'll be interesting to see the barley here first thing in the morning, and the wine. All right, we're a little light on wood chips, so I guess we'll only do 1 scoop for now for the production, and we'll take this 90% and the little bit that we spilled. I think we'll just leave, but we'll get this 90% moved over so we make sure we have plenty for our big money making production. Look at that. We got some wine. These we're gonna go ahead and send to our distribution plant right away. We'll go ahead and do that, and they should pay us for it right away. $2,000. Not bad. Not bad. 216 liters of wine. All right, another $4,000. So this, again, this isn't our own product, so we are selling it at a cost almost to, you know, the distributor that is actually gave us the recipe and everything that we're making wine for. And we'll be doing the same thing with bourbon when we start getting that. So we're all good. Looks like we're gonna have a nighttime storm. Let's go ahead and take this close to the house. We'll go pick up our truck in the morning. But let's call it a night, and we'll visit these in the morning and see how they're doing and get back to the sugarcane harvest. All right, we did have a storm last night, so I do want things to dry out a little bit more before we get going today. Got a little bit of maple syrup. We'll keep an eye on that. We need to check that for water soon. I bet it's getting low. Let's go see. We might have a couple more things of wine to sell, as well as some bourbon. I'm really hoping we have bourbon. There's our bourbon. We'll go ahead and get that over to the same distribution. 216 as well. And 2,700 is not bad. So bourbon's giving us a little more money than wine. Ooh, we got some piled up here. So this should be about 6,000 more. We're at $600,000, everyone. Business is booming. Yeah, it's time to get some storage. We'll do that next episode for sure. We got too much to do with this sugarcane. Oh, the yeast, let's move that around. We did get 2. Okay, so we're seeing the benefit now of the upgrade that we paid for. So we're definitely gonna have enough yeast for a while. Starting to be, yeah, almost 200 in stock. Nice. After this, we'll definitely have more than 200. It's just, 60 liters per pallet. Could definitely carry this. And we're looking good. Corn's looking good. Barley's good. Water's good. Everything's looking great. All right, let's see how much of this sugar cane it'll take. Pretty good for overnight. All right, let's go sell the rest at Hoot's place. They are open at 8 a.m., so we should be good. And then we'll get back to the harvest. That's right. We got to be really efficient this month because we got to take care of that, and that's going to be a lot of money for us. Oh, man, I haven't even shown you guys the clothing line yet. All right, another $28,000. 600. I'm amazed. We do need more money, though. We need more money for our long-term plans. Let's keep staying busy, and let's get this sugarcane harvest finished. And then we're going to get to this big cotton harvest. 2 crops in a row that I've never really harvested in a series. I have harvested cotton. Sure, you might have seen the podcast. That was the first time I ever harvested cotton. Look at that overnight. We got some weeds growing. Insane. All right, let's get back at it. We'll have to unfold everything. Get this all prepped. Here we go. A little bit still in there to unload. Very nice. We're finishing up, and gotta be honest with you, I think all these little spots around here, they're just gonna stay. Let's go ahead and get that little one there. Let that empty out. Shut it off. We'll hop over here, take over, almost another full load. We're gonna go to the sugar factory, drop off what we can, sell the rest to Hoot's place, then return all this equipment. And gosh, I'm glad we got done before noon because we need all the time the rest of the day to do the cotton harvest. And we got more equipment to lease, but whoo, money's looking good. And all that sugar still to sell. And some more wine. Oh man, looking great. Drop off what we can. It shouldn't be too much. Yep, that's good. And we will head on over to Hoot's place. All right, last time selling sugarcane, and I think I've made a decision. This will be the last time we ever touch sugarcane. Probably on this channel. Sugar beets are bad enough. That forage harvester, sugarcane might be better if just a better system. Solo, definitely last time I do it. If it's a multiplayer server, I could see it being a blast. We're at $813,000 though. That's insane. We're gonna drop this trailer off at the dealership and we'll get the forage harvester and the header back here as well. Oh, there you go. I never want to see that trailer again. I'm kidding. That trailer's pretty awesome. I don't know where I'm going. My instincts sent me over here, so let's go over here. Sell a little bit of wine, why not? Send it over to the distributor. Another $2,000. Oh, yeah. Gosh, that thing's huge. So next episode, we really ramp up the clothing company into the next gear with some cotton. Got to get the equipment over here that we've leased, and we'll get that soon. Let's go ahead and get this other equipment turned in, though. Turn that so we don't get feed anymore. Turn that and return that. Very nice to use it. Glad we got to experience it. Cost us a lot of money, but we made a ridiculous amount of money today. We're looking at $254,000 already this month. Last month, $189,000. Very profitable 2 months at Whiskey RP. I'm a little overwhelmed at the moment. This machine cost us $44,000 to lease, and we've got to get this harvest done this month. I've never used this before. So back up here. Let's see, we just want to do the headland and hopefully we know what we're doing. So it looks like 6 miles an hour is going to do the trick here. It's a cool piece of equipment here. It's cotton harvester. We've never done it before. $44,000 is a lot. This field's decent size. I'm hoping this pays off because if it doesn't, that was a mistake. But we do want to expand the clothing company, so we should be sitting pretty good after this, I would imagine. We'll get this over to the spinnery. Oh man, lots to do. Lots to learn. I've never done this before, but I do think it will make sense to still do a headland to help us turn around. And we'll squeeze about right here. It's telling me the bale's 25% full, but it's not growing, so I assume we have to fill up a certain hopper in here or a certain compartment, and then it transfers it over to the bale. But the fact that I think these bales are huge, but this is, I don't know how this yield's doing. Just got to stay focused, get this done. Probably not gonna be able to take any breaks, get this field completely harvested in the next few hours. I guess at this point we're hoping for 2 bales. This is going a little slow, about halfway full with 1. And we might need to, gosh, if we're gonna expand this, we might need to import cotton or find another place where it grows better. Just doesn't seem to do well here in Montana. And it looks like we're really close to getting our first bale here. Just kind of learn how this works. I'm kind of excited. Interesting to see what happens here when this hits 100. And it should transfer over, finish making this bale real slowly for us, and shoot it on out. And hopefully it's huge. Yeah, it's big. That's a just drop there. There we go. Let's take a jump out here and take a look. Wow, that's a big one. 2 tons. Beautiful. All right, let's keep going. Hopefully we get at least 1 more. It'd be real nice to get 2 more of those, but we'll see. Well, paying attention to the operating time, because we do get charged every hour for this lease, and we're at 0.3 and we're not quite halfway through this field yet. So I'm hoping we keep it under an hour and we don't get that extra fee, because $44,000, that was enough. I don't want to spend any more on this. Yeah, looking at the owner's manual here, we've made some adjustments to, based on the yield, we can speed up to 10 miles an hour without loss. This cotton harvester will take care of that yield because of how low it is. If it was any higher, we'd have to slow down for it to process it. So 10 miles an hour is going to be the sweet spot according to what I was looking at in the manual here. So that'll speed things up, and we'll be able to get done well before that hour mark, I believe, at this point. Halfway to our second bale already, looking good. All right, here comes bale number 2. It's looking like we're going to be able to sneak in 3. I'm hoping. Just about 3 bales, 10,000 liters each. That's 20,000 liters so far of cotton for us. Need to add the mods so that I can know how many bushels it is. Definitely want to move to that. Quite get there, but we got our 4th bale here getting ready to pop out. Very nice. Keep going. And I don't know what happens with the extra material here when we don't have a full bale. So we'll find out. I don't know if there's a way to extract a partial bale here. I don't know. Be sad though if we have a couple $1,000s worth of cotton just sitting in here when we take this equipment back. Well, quite the day. Ton of, gosh, the sugar cane that we finished up earlier today, and now we're finishing up this cotton. Yeah, My goodness, and we're gonna learn here in a second what happens when we don't have a full bale, because we're gonna be nowhere close, not even a half bale. All right, let's slow down, get the end here, get that one, go ahead and shut it off, see if we can unload. Don't see any options. I'm reading online that you should be able to do this, but I don't see the option to. I was trying to see if I could do a partial bale with the tools, the dev tools, and apparently you can't. So I don't know if it's just not a thing in this game. Reading online, it seems like there's mixed answers to that. So we're gonna go clean this up, and then hopefully it doesn't take too long because we need to get this back, and I don't want to accrue a fee. So let's get it, we'll get it washed up, and then we'll get the telehandler out to move those bales around. All right, got it close to the sprayer here, the pressure washer. We'll just get it sprayed off. Yeah, I don't want to get those extra fees, and we'll let them know they can pick it up at any time, but we should probably shut the engine off so we don't accrue any more hours. There we go. All right, let's get the telehandler all situated, and let's see if it's strong enough to lift these 2-ton bales. We'll find out. Well, it doesn't appear that you can stab them like you can other things, so... Oh, there it goes. Oh, okay, let's see. Lift it enough so we can see what we're doing, and we're just gonna drive through the field straight over to the fabric production and get this dropped off. All right, let's see if we can get this to detach here. And there it goes. We got 10,000 cotton in here, so let's go ahead and let the production manager know that that needs to be activated. All right, now cotton is working. We'll get the rest of these picked up and get on with our day. And looks like we hit our maximum of what we can hold in there, so that's just gonna chill there for a while. We'll park the telehandler over here. We need to check on a few things around the farm. Now it looks like wood chips could get moved. We'll do that next time. I do want to head back and check on the whiskey distillery, check on everything over there, make sure everything's good. We might have some wool to move around. Actually, let's grab the truck while we're over here. I got some goods piled up here, and all right, everything's still running. Move this over, and gosh, we got a lot of whiskey piling up. I do want to get one more maple syrup in here. Go ahead and see if that'll let me grab that. And we'll put it in the production. All right, and then let's go look at our yeast. Yeah, let's get that yeast moved over. And we got wine that we could sell. Throw that on there. And did we have any more bourbon? No more bourbon yet. Bourbon's actually pretty close. And you are kind of in the way. So we're gonna sneak over. We're gonna sell what we can here. Then we're gonna get the sugar. We're gonna sell that. We'll see what's been produced so far. I know it might not be a lot, but let's go ahead and we'll get this unloaded, and I'll move the maple syrup to sell the rest. Now let's go see what we got for sugar. And on the way to Hoot's place, we can drop off this wool at the fabric production as well. Very nice. Well, that didn't like the way it loaded. All right, 14,000. Let's go drop this wool off and make our way to Hoot's place. Very good. On to our next stop. And here we are at Hoot's place. Just, yeah, really want to know what they're doing with all this stuff. Let's get it sold. Very suspicious. All right, we're at $821,000. We mentioned last episode we're trying to get to $1 million. We got some things in mind. That's our goal for the end of the year. It's November now. It's going to be close. We do have that potential order that I'm working on the logistics on how to get it delivered. It is in Iowa is where they want it delivered. So we're going to have to work the details out for that. But I think it's just time to do some prep work on these fields the next month or so. And hopefully the winter is not too hard on us. Maybe cut some grass too for a little extra income and make sure we have enough food for the sheep. But that's the last thing I want to do today is check on the sheep as well as the chickens. And yeah, your food's good, but let's put one over here just in case you guys get really hungry. There we go. And let's see how we're doing over here. We should be fine. We put a lot of food in here. Yeah, they're barely even touching it, but they're also barely even producing eggs. So that'll be good. That's fine. That's fine. Today we're heading to Iowa. We got to head to Iowa. We got a lot of goods here that we're going to sell. Was hoping to get a little bit more in before we made this trip, but we're going to head on out of town here. It's going to take a little while, but we'll get there and we'll find out how much money we actually make for selling all this whiskey. It's our first
our first ever sale. It's all legit. We got all the paperwork figured out. We're going to a distributor in Iowa to get this sold, and I'm really excited about this trip. I'll see you on the other side. Well, after a long day of driving, we have made it to Tahiti County. We're going to go ahead and find this distribution office and drop off the goods. They're going to then wire us some money, so by the time we get home, we should get the money. From my understanding, it's going to be around $90,000 for this first load. Not a ton of whiskey. Makes me really want to figure out how to increase our production. Should be coming up on the turn here. We go to the left, and then after that, it's another right. And we should be there before too long. And we're here almost, just past the welcome to Tahiti County sign. Very nice. It looks like we got a football field up here. Nice farm right there. Yeah. Nice farms around here. I think this is the local high school. Yep, very nice. Tahiti Senior High. Go Hawks. And there is a building up here, I believe it's to the left, where we're going to be dropping this off, where they do just some distribution from there. And it'll be a good deal for us. Let's see. Yeah, we turn here. Yeah, and we'll pull into this area here. Just got to back up for them. Eventually we'll get our own driver, so we don't have to do this back and forth. But this first load, I absolutely wanted to drop off myself. Very exciting times. Here we go. Go ahead and let them know. And they're, yeah, you can see they're starting to take them out of the truck there. Once they're done, we'll be able to head out. I'm gonna go talk to them, make sure everything's good. All right, just had a nice chat with the guy in there. We got the funds wired to us. We'll see that when we get home. Wiring takes a little bit of time, but there is a property around here. He said I head out back to that road, head back the way I was going. I got the directions. We're gonna head over there. It's for sale. And, you know, we're just thinking we want to expand our operation, and this is a nice town. So I'm definitely interested. Montana's been good to me, how outside the legal issues, but it's always time for a change, right? All right, I believe the turn's coming up here. Nice bend out here, just kind of in the middle of nowhere. It must be a nice storage spot for people. But my understanding is the family's already moved out. They're subleasing their fields right now to other farmers, but this property is for sale. They're asking for $1.25 million. Yeah, we can see the property up there. I don't think they'll mind me driving back here. And from what I understand, this cornfield to the left is part of it. This field to the right here looks like soybeans is part of this property. This little field here as well. Pretty much everything we see up to the property is part of theirs. Yeah, and then the decision is like, do we make an offer here? Look, oh, nice house too. Nice storage. So there's a house across the street. I don't know if that's part of it. Let's get out here. Yeah, they're not here anymore, but oh, nice little doors open. Interesting. Let's shut that for them. It's cold out. Nice property. Let's look at our tablet here and see if we can look at the land that's part of this. So looking at here, we are up here at 46. So this is just a little property that someone owns across the way. It's just a personal house that was, the parcel was split for them apparently, and they have an easement onto this property. So that's something to keep in mind. But also if we look at this view, we get, you know, 46, 43, 44, 21, and 18. That's a lot of land for 1.25 million. It's a nice bin set up here, some storage. More storage over there. I didn't see if they had anything for animals. Let's take a little look around. Oh, nice garage here with an upstairs. Got a hold of the realtor and they said it was fine for me to wander around. Oh, this is sweet. All right, just a nice little workshop here. We got a hay barn. Oh, this must be for some type of animals. Cows, potentially. Another little hay barn here. Yeah, the house is cute. I like the house. Little detached garage. Plenty of storage around here. This building looks sweet. Okay, so it is two buildings, but the garage kind of meets up here. Not sure if there's a button to activate that. Let's go in the door and see. Oh, this is locked. Looks like another shop, though. Pretty sweet. Oh, yeah, plenty of storage. A little nice bin location here for 3 different types of crops, which we would probably be doing soybeans and corn here. Potentially wheat, maybe. I got to do a little more research in the type of crops that work in the area. You know, barley's going to be our main thing, but barley seems to be fine in Montana, so we could just do all barley in Montana and some other crops here.
And potentially, like, some of this land we get a lot of distilleries out here and really bust it out. Other thing I gotta look into is the vineyards. What do we want to do with that long term? Oh man, I think I'm gonna spend some time in town just to get to know some of the locals and see how I feel about it. And then we'll get back to the property. We'll try to get home. Ah, we're gonna miss Christmas. Gosh, this is a good opportunity though. Maybe I'll get the family to come out here for Christmas. Yeah, we're gonna go into town. Maybe have some dinner here. Find a place to stay for the month or so, and then we'll head home. I'll get a hold of some of our helpers and make sure they're taking care of the chickens and the sheep as well. But other than that, yeah, let's go find a place to stay. I was talking to the guy at the distribution plant here earlier, and he said there'd be no problem with me storing the semi here while we're staying. So we're just gonna park it right here, and then across the street they rent vehicles. So I'm gonna go get a rental car, and then we'll find a place to stay. Pretty sweet car here. It cost us $350 to lease it or rent it for the week, and we got an Airbnb down the road. So it should be over here. There's a truck parked here, but they might be across the street. Yeah, this is it right here. So this is where we're gonna be staying. And let me just pull up the app and pay them for this for a while. And we went ahead and paid them for the rest of the month. We might do another one, but $1,500 so far. Gosh. Yeah. Let's go inside. Yeah, we'll keep the truck right there for now. Well, we're back. We made a little over $100,000 on that trip to Iowa and discovered a new opportunity. I'm gonna get a hold of my realtor. We got some more things to sell around here to see if we can get to that $1 million mark. That trip took a little more time than we thought. We spent a month there just kind of getting to know the area because of that potential purchase of the property. And man, I wanted to check on, yeah, we got lots of wool to move around. The chickens should be doing good. The wife was helping take care of them while we're gone. Now, let's see what we got over here pallet-wise. Food should be good. Yeah, still good with food. But yeah, we got a good amount of eggs. They're starting to produce better. Fields need to be taken care of. Yeah, cotton, all these fields need to be taken care of that we've harvested, at least these other two here. Yeah, the wheat's growing nice. Grass is ready to cut. There's a lot we could do. Got to figure out what's next on the plan. What we're going to do here, we're going to move some wool around. We're going to get that over to the fabric factory, get that going. And we have a lot of goods at the clothing factory that we could sell today. And that's definitely going to help us fund this potential land purchase. Gosh, expanding the business is definitely what's needed. Could make a lot more money that way and really start booming and potentially set up an even larger whiskey setup in Iowa. Gosh, it's really tempting. Got the wool all situated. Now let's sneak around and pick up our clothes. We also have sugar that we could pick up as well. So we might go grab that and get this trailer completely full just to see how much money we're going to make. Yeah, 5,000. 5,000 sets of clothing. Not bad. Let's go get the sugar and then we'll head on over to Hoot's place. I have a feeling February's the day we hit that million mark. Some more wine as well. And, you know, since we've been gone, more whiskey. We'll have to go check on that because we might be out of barley as well. So we gotta make sure that production is alive and well. Lots of sugar to sell. Let's head on over to Hoot's place and then we will take care of the rest of the distillery. Well, everything's still running. We're getting low on barley. Yeast is looking good. We got some to move. We're good. Just got to move things around. All right, let's get to Hoot's place. Apparently we have a yeast with us. Okay, we'll bring that back. All right, we're almost there. And this should be a pretty penny. This should be a good amount of money. It should definitely get us enough in the account to make a good offer. And yeah, we got to get some legal fees going as well to make sure we can... Well, we're going to baby step it. I don't know if it makes sense to bring goods from Iowa back here or if we just want to completely move, run both farms. Maybe we run this from a distance. A lot to figure out, and that was $210,000 worth of goods. We're at 1.1 million. Would be nice to get to that 1.25 number, what would allow us to have some funds for the move as well. And some of the equipment's got to stay here, and some will come with us, and we're gonna have to start duplicating equipment too if we make this change. Really a lot to think about. All right, let's get everything rearranged and figured out here. Let's get all of this yeast moved over. It's been a few months. The distributor is absolutely loving the whiskey, and they've got it into some stores in Iowa, and things are going good. We're definitely going to have to figure out a way to ramp up this production. And gosh, I almost feel like that move might make sense, especially since our main customer is going to be in that area. So that's some things to think about, and that might kind of make our decision for us, really, you know. And let's see, we got a lot of bourbon to sell too, part of that contract that we have with that company, and wine as well. We'll get that taken over to our distributor, and that should be, yeah, we got a little bit more to spawn here, but we'll get these on the trailer, get them over to our distributor, and see where we're sitting. Another almost 1,000 bourbon there, and a decent amount of wine. Yeah, pretty decent amount of wine there. All right, with all of that sold, we're at 1.19 million. Need a little bit more cash, but we'll figure that out. The snow just is not clearing up, and we got some things to take care of because they accepted our offer for 1.25 million for that property, and now we're working with the loan officers because I don't want to just throw all of our money at it. I think it would be wise to get a loan instead. So we're working with them to figure out the terms that they would accept, that the bank would accept, and how much of a down payment they're looking for. And I think we want to do about 20% down. And that would still give us a lot of money to make sure we have enough equipment. But based off the payments and what we can qualify for, we'll see how that goes. So we're going to first head on over to Hoot's place, sell a little bit. Then we'll get some of this whiskey loaded up so that our driver can take it to Iowa and sell some more of it as well. After that, we're going to try to cultivate. We got to prep some fields, and I want some crops that are quick turnaround because the long-term plan is going to be just to do wheat and barley here in Montana, I think is what we're going with. And we're going to get corn and soybeans going in Iowa. Figuring out sugar long term will be part of the plan, as well as the grapes we'll probably keep doing here. Maybe, I don't know yet. So we're going to baby step a lot of this and slowly get into what we're going to be doing in Iowa. But we do got to get that going because it's planting season very soon, and we're going to have to figure out how to take care of both farms. It's gonna get intense. All right, 15,000 there. So again, we're trying to get a good amount of a balance, try to get as much money as possible right now, and it's looking good. We got the wood chips to move around, and that'll be a good amount of income, and I'm hoping to do that here first before cultivating. So we'll get these sent over to our distribution and go from there. All right, after selling all the whiskey and maple syrup, we are super close. We're gonna head on over to the sawmill next and get those wood chips moved around. I think that'll get us above where we need to be. We should have about, oh gosh, I think 2 scoops here. And I think one of the things that we'll probably be doing is closing down the sawmill, since we're not gonna have a lot of time to be in both places. That's been a lot of my spare time here, has been keeping the sawmill going. And as it is a main part of our income, that's going to have to change. The second bucket full getting put in here. I think we might be able to get 3 this time around. And it might be wise to give a call to the whiskey plant to see how they're doing on that. Yeah, wood chips are looking pretty good still at the whiskey plant. I think we will next month probably have to keep that going. And that kind of reminds me, we do need some type of process to make at least wood chips. So yeah, we'll think that through. Apparently we're pushing these with us because they did not want to get scooped up. There we go. And another load. Time to hop over here and get a little bit of cultivating done and get these fields prepped, because we need to plant them as soon as possible in March. Give us a little bit of time to get back to Iowa. And I'm hoping we hear back soon today to find out when we can actually take ownership of that property and get it completely in our name. Kind of just thinking through some of the details of everything, and I don't know if we ever mentioned that the probation's lifted, we're all clear, we're basically a free man at this point. That's why we were able to go to Iowa and do that trip, and everything's good on the legal side as long as we keep our nose clean here and don't commit any more crimes. And I think we've learned our lesson from that, and hopefully we've moved on. Things we'll need to learn in Iowa, though, as we get approval for items. The distribution company that is buying the whiskey from us is helping us with the process of potentially starting a distillery there, and multiple distilleries, really, to pick up the process big time of making whiskey. To the demand apparently is pretty high on our whiskey, so things are looking great. No hiccups so far. This year's been going a lot better, or this time's been going a lot better than last time with the legal problems, and now we know the right way to buy tractors and the right way to get license and approvals. It's looking positive. And it's finally cleared up. You can see it's nice and bright. All the clouds have gone away, which I knew was coming looking at the forecast, so we should be good to finish cultivating both these fields. And the forecast is looking good in March to get us to get planted real early, real quick in March, so we can get back to Iowa and get everything prepped for planting in April there. That is, if the loan goes through. Ended up being a pretty nice February afternoon here, and we got this field cultivated. We'll head on over to what was the cotton field and do that next. I think we'll have Bobby do that one for us. We're gonna have to get the lime spreader all prepped, as well as I do have an email from the bank that I need to check and take care of that before we do the spreading. But we'll get Bobby set up first. So Bobby, take it on over. Looking good. Let's head on in and check this email and get this paperwork all figured out. Exciting times. So after working with the bank, they decided they would approve it with a 30% down payment, which ended up being $375,000 down, and that means that we'll have to take a loan of $875,000. We'll go ahead and do that. You can see our payments are going to be $6,650 a month at a 4.2% interest rate and a period of 180 months. So we'll try to pay that off as fast as possible, but we'll see how that comes into play. So now that we have all that extra money, let's make a phone call. And $1.25 million subtracted. We have $906,000 left for equipment for the other farm to get us started, as well as just moving costs and all of that. That should be plenty. Should be plenty of money, but time will tell on that. So I guess the best tractor is going to be, I guess we're going to use this one on the spreader. And $900,000 does sound like a lot of money, but you got to remember those fields are huge in Iowa. So we're going to need a lot bigger equipment to help us be more efficient. And 23% here is not going to cut it. So let's go ahead and do a little order here. We do have a couple fields that we want to get lime put down on. So we got 8 pallets for now. Should be enough to get us through. We'll go ahead and get this completely full, get started on the first field. Yeah, this tractor doesn't seem to like this very well. Yeah, I don't think this is a good idea. Let's see if there's anything used. We got a little bit of cash, and if worst case, we can have it go to Iowa with us. Let's take a look at the market. Nothing used. We are gonna buy the 7R 350 Gen 2 with these rear wheel, dual wheels back here. And I think that's going to be good for us. So we'll go ahead and get that bought and delivered. $315,000 well spent. And that one will definitely be going to Iowa with us. But let's go ahead and get it hooked up. It was delivered right here. Just go with it. Get it hooked up to the spreader and get rolling with the lime. Bigger equipment's going to be the thing to take care of the new fields. And we'll definitely get a nice trailer to transport this to Iowa. Exciting times. Change of scenery will be nice every once in a while, for sure. Now, I don't remember what we mentioned, but we want to do some quick turnaround crops here because we want to get barley and wheat mainly in all of these fields moving forward. So we'll be looking into some crops that we can plant in March that we can get quick turnarounds on. And it'll probably be something like oats that we'll get in the ground just to keep money coming in, even though it might not be something we use in any of our production plants. We talked about only doing stuff that is useful for the farm, but this move has kind of changed that a little bit. Do a couple more passes and we'll have to get refilled here, but it's going pretty smooth so far. This new tractor is a lovely piece of equipment. Very easy to get this job done with it. We can go at 16 miles an hour with this spreader. Yeah, it should be a quick job, and hopefully Bobby's far enough ahead when we get over there to take care of lime. I also need to double check if lime's needed on that cotton field or not. Well, 3% left after that pass. Time to go fill up. I'm glad we bought as much as we did. I'm hoping one more hopper full or one more spreader full here will be enough, but we might be about 1.5. Looking good over there, Bobby. We're super close to having enough. We're just going to get a little bit in here to do a couple more passes, and we should be all done with lime. I did look at our field data, and we don't need to put lime on the cotton field, so we'll just need to get the sprayer out and spray both of these fields, and that'll wrap up February. And then it's time to get planting in March. That should be plenty. And all finished up here. We'll get the spreader put away, get the sprayer out. I love using that piece of equipment. And we'll get this all taken care of and prepped for seed for next month. Very nice. Bobby's still plugging away, getting close to being done cultivating over there. So definitely by the time we get over there with the sprayer, we'll have a clear runway to spray that entire field as well. All filled up with fertilizer there. Should be, this will be super fast. Again, this is my favorite piece of equipment we've ever purchased. I'm missing a couple spots. Interesting. Must not have got cultivated there. Yeah, and Bobby's all done with that field, so we'll just start getting this going and get that tractor moved out of the way here real quickly. Last little pass for fertilizer. Going on good, and I'm excited to probably put oats. We need to look at the calendar here and see what grows good, but I think oats would be a good one for a quick turnaround here in Montana, and that'll allow us to replant all these fields as wheat and barley after harvesting this fall. Well, it is March. We're expecting to hear any time now about if the loan was finalized and when we can get over there. But to start off, we're gonna hop in the case. We're gonna do a little bit of maintenance on it. Got all the parts delivered, $13,000. Ouch. All right, let's get out here and do a little bit of maintenance on it. That work done, drain the oil, just to make sure all the other fluids are looking good. And we'll be set to start planting. All right, we got the planter pretty well loaded up with black beans at the moment. We're gonna do that for once. This will turn around and should be able to harvest it around September, which will then open up this field to be able to get flipped to be a barley or wheat field in September or October when it's a good time to plant here. So that's the plan with that. And then the field to the left that was cotton, we'll be doing oats in that field because it has pretty much the same turnaround. And just wanted to do something a little bit different here that we haven't done before. This lowered, GPS all prepped. Turn on the planter and just start driving. Very, very nice. Let's go about 14 miles an hour for the top speed we want to go here. And a brand new crop we've never done. Super exciting. Some different type of beans. Done soybeans. We haven't done black beans yet. So we'll see how profitable they are. What a setup, though. I love this setup. Let's do the headland here to make it easier to turn around. And we will work our way back to the bottom of the field and start doing back and forths. We'll have to get the weeder out as well as another layer of fertilizer as the plan for both of these fields today. Should be a pretty busy day here in March, and hopefully that gives us enough time to get to Iowa towards the end of the month to start prepping the fields there. Black beans are in the ground, just this little bit to do. We'll go switch out the seeds in the planter for oats. We got some of those delivered earlier today as well. And then we'll get the weeder out here. I think we'll have Bobby do the weeding while we plant the other field. And then we'll work on getting the fertilizer sprayer all prepped again. And that'll be a lot of work, but I think that'll save us some time because we'll have these fields completely prepped where we don't have to spend much time here over the summer just to take care of the grapes probably, and we can really focus our time in Iowa moving forward, at least for this summer leading up to getting everything prepped there. Got a nice job here for the new 7R. We'll get this prepped for Bobby. It's been nice having a full-time farmhand around and taking care of all of these jobs while I focus on mine, and it's been nice. He's on salary now. We're not necessarily paying him by the hour anymore, but just a good old salary employee. If there's no work, he still gets paid. That's where we're at with our farm business at this point. And he is off. That big weeder all set up. Perfect. All right, so that'll get going. We'll go ahead and start planting the oats. Making some good progress. We got that lined up real nice. We'll get these oats started. And we'll do what we normally do. We'll go up here, we'll do the headland, and we'll be able to do back and forths again. Sound like a broken record at this point. He's going pretty good over there. We can't even see him. He's so far away right now. But that should be pretty good timing to get us done with this. Get Bobby over here to do some weeding while we get the sprayer prepped. Gosh, makes it for a real quick day. You can see we're close to getting done with planting over here, and we got Bobby started on weeding already. Should be good. We did have to add a little bit more seed to finish this up, but not too much, so it didn't cost us very much money. We already had the product in hand. See, the weeding is going good. We might have to do these headlands one more time since we didn't have it completely planted, but we're definitely making good use of our time either way. Yeah, Bobby's busting it out. We'll get the sprayer here going next, and these fields will be all prepped for just letting them sit and grow. all summer. We should have a little bit of fertilizer here to be able to top this off. Let's go ahead and do that. Give a shot there. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Wrong direction. There we go. Filling it up nice. And we'll do one more because I don't think that's going to be quite enough product. So yeah, let's get it completely topped off because I just don't think 70% was going to be enough there. Here we go. All right, let's get out to the field and we'll get the first one done. And the weeding, we should be able to, if we catch up to them, should not be a problem. We've done that before. But little bit of rinse and repeat from what we did earlier. It's a lot of farming, doing the same things over and over again, but we love it. It lined up pretty good here. We'll go ahead and get started. And look at that. Yeah, nice darker color lets us know where we've been. Definitely a good advantage here for us. We can see what we're doing and know that we didn't miss any spots. And yeah, these fields should be beautifully prepped. Yeah, the black bean field's looking good. Getting it all sprayed. And, you know, having Bobby here full-time will definitely help. He's not going to be coming with us to Iowa. He's going to stay here. And we're paying him around $12,000 a month at this point. And I definitely think that'll be well worth it to have him here full-time, taking care of the animals. And probably, gosh, a lot of our money comes from the sawmill. So we might need to have him keep taking care of that as well. As even though I mentioned that we might be getting rid of it, I don't think that's a wise decision because we still need the wood chips and it is a big part of our income, so it might not make sense to get that going. And we do have him on that salary, so we might as well take advantage of that as much as we can. See, he's about 2/3 done at this point, but we'll go ahead and start on the far side, work our way towards him. And that should be good. Yeah, nice. Get this oat field finished and all prepped. And because of the way we started a little early, I did ask Bobby to take care of the headland one more time just to be safe so we don't have to worry about that. Feels real nice to be prepped and ready to head to Iowa as we get all the work done. We'll have to get Bobby's tractor in here and all finished and do some maintenance on everything. And then we're going to really decide what's going with us. What is going with us later today to Iowa, as it's only noon, which is nice. We'll be able to get there. Hopefully we can get on the road in enough time to get there by the end of the day. We start today with kind of a clean farmyard here as we've got everything put away for Bobby. Bobby's going to be maintaining for us while we're in Iowa for the rest of the summer. And we'll come back probably late summer, but you can see here's all the equipment we're leaving. We're not taking much with us. We have $648,000 to our name that we're gonna spend wisely in Iowa. And you know, also that $1 million loan. So that's something to keep in mind. And the payment for that's $6,600 a month. So it's not too bad. It's a long-term loan since it was a new mortgage on the house really that we did and all the property here to then purchase the new property. So decided to keep the lien here and everything's free and clear in Iowa. So about a 17-hour drive that we got ahead of us. See, we hired a driver to take the John Deere with us, the new 7R. So we got them behind us. Oh, cutting off traffic, but they're going to go ahead and follow us all the way. And it's still early in March. There's a couple, days left in the month. So we'll get there and established and we should have some time to, see what's going on. And you'd think as a new landowner, I would know the state of all the fields. I don't. So we're going to find out. I'll see you tomorrow. Well, it took a couple days, but we've made it. Got the semi and the trailer behind us with the tractor on. You can see the field to our right is one of ours. It looks like they did harvest it over the last year, as well as to the left, some more corn fields. Yeah, and the big boy looks like it was corn. All right, well, they were smart since they knew they weren't going to keep the property, that they went ahead and seemed to have harvested everything. So figured that would be the case. It gives us a nice fresh start. We were going to have to get some cultivator purchased as well as, well, do we do a direct drill this time? I'm going to find out what the local market is showing. It's just, oh yeah, you're gonna make the turns there? You're flying. Handling that turn nice. Very nice. Well done, Bobby. I see you. Not bad. Figure we'll start using our property here. Let's get the tractor unloaded. First thing to do. And we might as well put it on in here. Yes. Plenty of equipment gonna go here. So the thing we gotta keep in mind is we have $648,000. Gotta find a place to keep this long term. That'll do for now. Oh, I was super interested in this. What is going on here? Can't open it still. Can't open these either. That's just a fake building. All right, lets me in. Oh, there's buttons. Very nice. Very fancy. Nice, secure. Oh, look at that.
That's going to be very useful, but I think this one's going to stay open at all times. This is a nice little attached little workshop to the garage. I was super excited about this. Where was the other? There's another building I was excited about seeing more of. Which one was that? Yeah, decent little garage. We're getting distracted. Now this is almost like a spare house up here. A little office could be. You got another ladder to go up even higher here. Yeah, pretty sweet stuff. What do we got here? Hello, nice. Could load some hay up there if we really wanted to. And one thing I didn't realize is we do have a grass field in the back here, which we'll have to get a mower to take care of, but it's a nice opportunity to make a little bit extra income. But we'll have to start planning, and I guess the first thing's gonna be really figuring out what we want to put everywhere. So we had corn here. We'll probably do some crop rotations. Oh, that's not our field. So that's a little awkwardness here where we share this little entry through our property back to this field here, and that might be something we look into because I'm not a big fan of having that there, but not too bad. Like I said, was starting to say, crop rotation will probably be a thing here that we'll start doing. We'll do soybeans where we had corn, and corn where we had soybeans, and so on. So it looks like this will be a big cornfield here. Yeah, that was definitely soybeans last time. No chance they left anything in the bins for us, right? Yeah, a little bit of straw up there. Very nice. This one works the same way. And then, what is this? It is for cows. Okay. We might end up selling this. Maybe seeing if somebody wants to pay to get it relocated, because I don't think... Oh, that's a nice office in here, though. I don't know if we want to get into the cattle business. I will kind of leave that up to comments if we want to do that in this series. Sounds familiar. We'll have to get to know our neighbors as well. So let's look at the used market, see if we can get any luck there. No, not at all. In case we get any comments about it. So the planter we had in the whiskey series that we've had is definitely a direct drill, no previous cultivation or plowing necessary. We were cultivating just to get a little more content. So that was one of the ideas, was to have a direct drill here and the other drill the other planter in Montana, but we'll see what we're gonna do. I do want to get some more mods for this and get this map completely buttoned up before we start season 3 and start taking care of buying equipment and all of that, but wanted to get it established here for the finale. And it might be a shorter episode with not a lot going on, and I apologize for that, but that's how I wanted to end the season. And we're gonna take about a week off. Probably be about 8 or 9 days before the first episode comes out. But thanks for hanging out. I'm really looking forward to this new adventure into Heaton County here. It's been a map I've been wanting to play a lot more on. I haven't gotten a lot of opportunities to play on the 60s, but it's a beautiful map. I'm excited to play on these large fields and really get going, and got to find a place to put some distilleries here. I'm Socksway Up. I'll catch you on the next one.